gold star, everybody. You made it through the madness that is Christmas. And whether like us you just ate too much, or whether you are happy that it's finally over for whatever reason, we all made it through this. Happy Wednesday.
That's a brilliant star you got.
I know, right? That's
so pretty.
I asked Tifa because I thought about this just shortly before the stream. I asked her, can you please cut me a star from this cardboard that we still have?
It's a no. You have to.
I leave it up to you how much of a star this is.
No, you have to turn it this way. This way. There.
Because
this way. There.
It's. I don't mean to body shame this cardboard cutout, but it is chunky. Yeah.
You gave me no time.
This hurts my ears. Hello, Honest Psycho. Hello, Gaming Check. Hello, everybody. How are you doing? Happy Wednesday.
How is everyone doing today on this beautiful Wednesday?
I'm cold. I think that star needs a doctor. Cold, yeah. I think that star needs to reconsider how much it eats during the holidays.
The star is dancing.
And then maybe gets its stomach pumped out.
Give me a pen. I will show you what this star is all about. First of all, it has a hat.
Oh god, she's drawing on it.
I'm drawing on it to show you.
How did you all spend your holidays? I can tell you that on the 24th we spent Christmas Day. I mean, it's Christmas Eve technically, but we celebrate for Christmas Day with my family. I ate way too much.
Yeah.
Technically, I didn't eat that much, but I felt very, very full.
I have to say, it wasn't even that bad.
I felt like I was gonna explode. I was uncomfortably full. I ate too much. Big family dinner. Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Definitely.
Nice.
But that's kind of part of the holidays, isn't it?
Yes.
Eating too much.
Then a few hours later I had cake, because you have to. You have to. Over here we have this thing, it's a Stollen, it's a traditional Christmas thing. Honest Psycho, you know what I'm talking about. Gaming Check. I don't know if you do that stuff in the Czech Republic as well. It's a traditional Christmas cake kind of thing.
Yeah.
I will show you that in a second. It's beautiful. I ate some of that. My grandmother bakes them herself every year.
And they're really good.
Yeah, they are pretty good.
And this year she made them a bit more sticky, which is absolutely great.
Yes,
so
yes.
Can't complain.
She apologized for undercooking them. We were like, no, we love you so much. Thank you for undercooking. They're not undercooked, they're not raw. They're just moist and juicy.
You know, with like a pound cake, that little bit in the middle at the top,
that
dense, kind of
chewy,
stickiness,
gooey goodness.
That's perfect. That is perfection that everything should have.
Makes
Snowy,
me want to cry.
happy Wednesday to you as
Hello,
well.
Snowy. How are you doing? Happy late holidays. How have yours been? Having carb or chicken with potato salad usually. Ooh. That does not sound bad. We did raclette. We've talked about this. You have an assortment of different things. You put cheese over it, you throw it into this thing, it gets like cheesy, melted, and then you eat that and you consume way too much cheese. I didn't eat that much, but I felt like I ate a lot.
Same. But that's always the case with this.
That's true.
Also, I want to say I came out of these holidays with a metal straw. So now I'm having tea.
That is true.
With a metal straw. Because now I guess we gotta use them.
Yes. I told Tifa I'm not gonna use one on stream because A, I have also a cup of hot tea. And if I pull hot liquid through a straw into my mouth and it's too hot, you don't want to see what happens. And neither do I. I don't need to burn my mouth.
For the environment, exactly. Yes. We actually still have a bag of like 50 plastic straws in our cupboard.
They're like 15 years old now, I think.
9 years old, because I remember buying them at IKEA
when we moved
in here.
True.
And then it felt like a waste to use them.
And now I feel bad for using them at the same time. It's like...
So now they've been laying in there for 9 years, and now we bought metal straws for whichever reason, because we don't even really drink things with straws. But now we got them.
But now I can without feeling bad.
I guess.
Now that I've given even more money to the economy and Amazon. Yes.
It's been good. Happy holidays. Same to you. Glad to hear.
Thank you very much.
You had some good days.
On the 25th I made a fake duck roast. Yeah. We bought vegan duck replacement, whatever it was. I'm not quite sure. Something with protein and mushrooms and spices.
It looked kind of stupid too, because
should
they
have taken
put
a
it.
picture.
I should have taken a picture, and I wanted to look it up online, but I couldn't find it. It basically came in the shape of half a roasted duck as well.
But not.
And I think that's so stupid.
But not a duck, not the animal, a duck.
No,
like
a roasted
if
duck.
you watched a cartoon and they have duck, it looked like that. Also, hello mom.
It wasn't bad.
Happy
It wasn't
Wednesday.
bad.
How have your holidays been?
What
Yes,
you said.
I agree. It wasn't bad. What did we have?
Grünkohl. What's grünkohl?
Kale, red
Oh, yeah.
cabbage. We still had a half a sweet
little bit of
potato
sweet
laying
potato.
around. Dumplings.
And dumplings.
An onion and wine gravy that I made. That was pretty good.
Yeah, it was nice.
Yeah.
It was a
not bad.
good holiday dinner. I have to say, for some reason, the days didn't feel as stressful this time.
Yeah, I think it's because we spent the least amount of time possible with my family.
We still spent quite a bit there. We
Yeah.
were there for like 7 hours.
Yes,
Every
but
day.
we went there, we had dinner that took like 2 hours, then we all exchanged gifts, digested a little bit, and then we had cake, and then we left. There was very little in terms of straining conversations with people that are 60 years older than you and don't quite understand what it feels like to live in your shoes. There was very little of that.
That is true. It
Also,
was
a surprisingly small amount of racism.
There wasn't any this time.
Yes,
Was
that's
there?
what I'm saying, surprisingly.
Oh. I mean, I haven't been listening to anything your grandfather has been saying the past few days.
Fair enough. But no, I would remember.
It
Yeah.
was okay, so we can't complain. Hope you guys had nice days as well. It was a long weekend here, 4 days off. Can't complain about that. It felt like a vacation.
And yesterday we had Greek food. And it was really good too.
That was really
was
tasty.
delicious.
That was tasty.
Went to a restaurant.
And we've watched through all of the Lord
Yes.
of the Rings
I
and
told
the
Tifa.
Hobbit movies
I
in
kinda-
4 days. I thought that was kind of nice.
I told Tifa,
It was so
just for
relaxed.
shits and giggles, let's watch all of the Lord of the Rings over Christmas. So we did, and when we were done, we watched all of the Hobbit movies.
We were done. We were like, we might as well now watch The Hobbit too.
Now we
right?
might as well go full 6 movies. Not the extended editions, because it was only 4 days, but still.
We managed to finish the last movie yesterday.
True.
Oh, it was
Yeah.
really nice.
And I have to say, the Lord of the Rings movies still hold up.
Yeah, they were
They're still
brilliant.
really good.
Need to rewatch them someday.
Yes.
Do it.
Do
Do
it.
it.
They deserve it.
I forgot how good they are.
Yeah. I can never eat stuff like stuff that is made to taste like meat, because I'm super particular with taste and I immediately notice the difference.
That is fair.
Yeah.
It's more a thing like if you don't want to notice the difference, then it's definitely not for you. If you just want to have meat and enjoy that, that's perfectly fine. But if you like can't eat meat or don't want to, then some of the alternatives are really nice. But I feel like the mistake a lot of these things make is trying to compare it to certain things.
Well, I think that's part of the problem with the marketing. If you sell a product as this is duck, but it's not duck, but it's duck.
You expect it to be
You make
more
people
like that.
expect that it tastes like duck. It didn't.
I have mixed feelings.
There is duck, and then there's what we ate. And what we ate had a faint consistency of meat-like texture, and it tasted like it had been shown a picture of a duck.
Basically, but it was kind of nice.
It wasn't bad.
I enjoyed it.
Yes, if I had fully expected the flavor of duck from what I remember, because it's been a while, I would have been disappointed.
I've never liked duck, so I was happy with it.
Yeah, that's actually really funny, because Tifa likes the fake stuff, at least with this, better than the real stuff.
I've never been a duck fan.
No, I'm just okay with it.
I'm actually mixed feelings about it wanting to taste like that, because I do actually like it when something goes like, oh, this is fake duck or fake chicken or fake ground meat, because then I know kind of what to expect.
Yeah.
Like not flavor-wise, but like maybe texture-wise, or like what to do with it. Like I have an expectation, like, okay, this is what I can use for that, this is what I can use for that. But when they want to like compare flavors, that's where it kind of messes up. Like fake bacon, for example. I kind of like the ones from Green Billy, I think the brand is. That's really nice, but it doesn't even come close to
it tastes good, but it doesn't taste like bacon.
So if you eat it with the expectation of this is gonna taste like bacon, no.
You'll hate it.
You will hate it.
You will feel ripped off. Yeah.
Is it really Christmas without racism?
Yes. Yes, it is. It's a better Christmas, I would argue. I'd rather eat fried veggie sticks than vegan fish sticks. See, I don't disagree, but here's the thing. If I go to the store and I'm buying, I think the proper term is meat replacement product, how do I know what it's supposed to imitate if they don't tell me?
Yeah, that's the advantage.
Like if I feel like eating fish sticks, yes, it's 2 words and you pronounce it like this. Tifa.
What? What's wrong with fish sticks?
There's nothing wrong with them. It's just not what I want to put in my mouth. Every time.
The vegan ones aren't that bad. Or were those the vegetarian ones we once
We've had some vegan ones that, at least according to me, tasted the same as the real fish ones.
I forgot which brand it is, but there is one that's really fishy.
Yeah.
Like actual fish stick fishy.
Yeah, exactly. So if there was this like brand that sold me veggie sticks, I then would expect it to taste like vegetables, which is also fine if that's what you want. I would expect something like, I don't know, like a mixture of like broccoli and stuff, corn, some onions maybe, some peas in this like breaded
thingy.
I've had that before and it was nice, but it's not fish sticks. So like, I get it, but I don't see how they can market it better, I guess. Don't tell Kanye West, fuck him. Now
I
for
don't
something
really
completely
mind.
different.
I do always like it when people go all weird about it, but see, it works perfectly.
Now drawn features on it. Tifa, why does your star look like it's seen some shit?
Excuse me? It's like dancing. It's like...
It looks like it's the distant cousin of a Marshmallow Man from Ghostbusters.
Really? I thought it looked a bit like Fluffy, the comedian.
No.
You don't see him in it?
Not one bit, no. No.
Maybe not.
No, I don't. This is not a facsimile of Gabriel Iglesias.
I thought it kind of works. Some companies should learn from those jelly beans that can taste like
insert random gross thing. Yeah.
Where did they get that taste from? We actually have those jelly beans still.
We still have some, and I'm so happy that nobody has made us eat them in a long time. If they go bad, can I throw them away?
How do you know it went bad? It's supposed to taste bad. Besides, by now they all taste like puke.
Yeah.
Like that's one big flavor bomb that absorbed all.
I'm sorry, I'm distracted. This thing keeps looking at me. I need to put this away. I will put this here on the speaker.
Give me my star. That's our assistant. Here, have him stand here and look at you.
Can you?
He's actually giving you the...
It's giving me the stinky side eye, and I feel judged by a piece of cardboard.
It doesn't matter where I put it, it will look at you.
The eyes follow you. I don't know how you managed with such a seemingly simple drawing to create something with so much depth that it just like keeps... You know, I specifically set this up so that it looks kind of like we're looking towards the camera when we chat, but no. I feel better now. Thank you.
But yeah, some things on those beans are horrible.
Yes. It's not in the batch we have, but I think Fody and Beth had that. Used Band-Aid as a flavor. Old Band-Aid, I think it's called Old Band-Aid. And how, first of all, why did somebody think in their head, I need to create a food that imitates the taste of something like that?
And how do you know what it tastes like?
How did they hire somebody? I want every step of a hiring process. to put out the advert or whatever, to go like, hey, we're looking for somebody who can replicate the taste, the flavor profile of old Band-Aid.
You first need to know what it tastes like. I mean, I know some people eat like their crusts, but I've never seen people
Why do you need to bring that up?
Band-Aid. What are some other flavors we actually had? Dirty dishwasher?
Dirty dishwasher, stink bug, rotten fish, rotten egg.
Rotten egg, that one was milk. Really nasty.
Cannibalism. Technically, I would agree. Technically, yes. Technically, yes. I think those are it. I don't recall the rest. Oh, and barf.
Oh yeah. Puke. That one is in dispatch too. Yeah. And they had the stuff like toothpaste.
Mm-hmm.
Don't remember.
The vomit one is not in our batch.
This one is not too bad. It's like this sweet-ish puke. It comes close.
That's a good thing.
The worst one, I believe, was the rotten fish one.
The worst one for me.
I remember that, and the rotten egg.
The one that almost ended me when I had it back then was dirty dishwater. That one was nasty. Yeah, and stink bug.
Stink bug, I don't recall. But I remember the other two. Like we once had to eat like 30 in a stream. That's when we put a
23,
limit
I believe.
To it, and it was absolutely horrible.
Was not good.
It's half puking by the end.
I think they're not all made equally though, because again, knocking on wood, it's been a while since I had to eat one. But I also remember that even the ones that are supposed to be the good ones, like pear or peach,
I remember the
would
pear being nice.
Sometimes like have the flavor of the bad beans.
But that's because we had it together, and then it comes more with it. If you have the bag separately, that's
so like the flavors all seep together and create this one toxic.
That's what happens
noxious
to that
waste. Oh yeah, maybe I'll accidentally knock them down and have to clean up and throw them away. We will see. We will see. But after all the good food of the holidays, let's not talk about throwing up.
I feel very popey drinking from a straw.
You what? Oh, posh.
Mm-hmm.
Tifa likes to just randomly throw in Dutch words.
Popey, it's like the big guy.
How do you spell that? One. Because I want to now fact check you on stream whether that's a thing that you just made up or that's a real thing.
Popey.
How do you spell that? Saying it slower is not the same thing.
Popey. If I had to write it down, I would.
It's a real thing. Yeah.
Oh, I actually didn't.
Apparently, that's a real thing. Yeah. Okay. Can confirm. Tifa's not just.
That's not something you write. It's just something you say.
And for some people, it's something you are. I guess.
Yeah.
Right. That's very posh of you.
Yeah.
My best friend is bringing the Harry Potter one from London to here for my birthday next month. You would think the jelly beans are for me, but I specifically want to torture him and make him guess blindfolded.
Those have the earwax ones in it.
Enjoy. I hope whatever it is you're trying to get out of that experience, you'll get it out of that. Yes.
I saw those jelly beans at the cash register in the supermarket the other week.
Not those. I think those were just normal ones. That you eat for wanting to eat them.
Yeah, I think just the good flavors. But I was wondering if they also just sell the bad ones. I didn't really look at them that much.
I don't think a lot of people would stand at the till waiting to pay and go, oh, there's snacks, earwax.
Excuse me, miss, do you have the earwax beans?
I don't want to be part of that conversation.
I'm quite sure it's someone's favorite.
The actual one. I don't think we ever had a batch with that one in there.
No, we didn't.
If we did, my mind has completely compartmentalized that experience and just shut it down somewhere in the back of my head. It's not good.
I'm curious how you make those things though. Maybe I should have looked that up. Like how do you plan on making those flavors? How do you find out what comes close?
I want to say from the ones we've had, at least the Jelly Belly beans are all vegetarian.
They were, I believe, yeah.
So my question is, do they actually put earwax in there?
I don't think that's allowed.
Is it not? I mean, it's disgusting. I don't want them to do that, but...
Pretty sure you're not allowed to sell earwax in products.
I
am so sure.
This is a Jack got a Jack moment, but I don't have an overlay for this, so...
so now you're blaming me?
Yeah.
Like, then you might as well have not used it.
I feel like I need to, like, warn people. I remember distinctively, many moons ago, I was watching television, and...
So insulted.
No, you shouldn't be. Do you guys remember those shows, My Strange Obsession? I think the more famous ones are like with this lady who eats parts of a mattress, and this guy who chews like nails and screws, and one eats like glass light bulbs and stuff.
I remember the woman who eats her mother's ashes and
Husbands.
dips. Was that husbands? Yeah, she dips her food in it and sometimes like just her finger.
Yeah, they had something similar in Germany. Honest Psycho. If you can back me up on this, if you also for some reason have seen this, please do. Otherwise, look it up.
Is that a German version?
I think so. I don't think it was My Strange Obsession, but something like a knockoff version. And
makes sense.
They went to this guy's home, and his thing was that he collects his earwax.
How do you best collect it? I guess you need to like scrape it out.
He takes a scraper and puts it into little jars. And just collecting that in jars is already like not common, I want to say.
Guess I've heard of worse.
You know, it doesn't hurt anybody. But then they were sitting at the table interviewing the guy. And he goes, yeah, so I like collecting my earwax, it's a thing for me. And they're like, okay, do you just collect it? He's like, no, I also use it. And they're like,
for what?
How do you use it? And he goes, well, it's kind of like beeswax, so it makes a great polish. For example, the table we're sitting on, I've polished with my earwax.
That's kinda nasty. Like I see the use.
They've also shown him do that.
A little bit nasty.
Like take a little bit of his earwax out of one of his jars, put that on a piece of wood, and then just polish that in there. And you just unlocked that memory for me. I don't know, the whole like earwax conversation just brought that out. So
understandable.
You're welcome, everybody. Now you know.
But yeah, a lot of people on that show need professional help.
Yes, yes. It's not
Some
good.
things go too far.
Yeah, no.
Like I remember, like
I have seen those things. I try, like if they are on TV, I avoid them because I don't want to like give these people like the clicks, the views, the viewership, for whatever to make them make more, because these people, like.
I don't think these shows are still a thing. Like that was,
I think
what, 15 years ago?
Then again, maybe they're not. Nowadays people just put that on YouTube by themselves. In which case,
you don't need to
you're doing it to yourself. More power to you. If that's what you feel like you should be doing, go ahead. You're not hurting anybody. You make me slightly weirded out, but you know, that doesn't matter. Live your best life.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't bother me. Do what you want to do.
Binging my strange obsession over awkward situation regarding insert non-PG stuff. I'm not sure that I know which one you're referring to, but I think I know which one you're referring to, and yes. Yes.
I don't think I do, and I kind of want to.
It had to do with a, at the time, very big and mainstream TV franchise, among other things, and jars. And a body fluid I will not discuss further.
Oh,
yeah, Tifa now remembers.
I might actually... I might actually remember that.
Yeah.
Can I have some skin stuff?
You can have some lotion. Everybody,
Speaking of lotion, not
should
so Like half. No, so that's an.
If you
take half
should
of this.
moisturize, take pills, put on creams, whatever regularly, do it with us. This is the moisturization part of the stream.
Why do you always use half a bottle? That's a bit excessive, isn't it?
It's good for your skin.
Can we do a different topic? Yes, we can.
Yes, we can. I was actually about to.
We'll see enough body fluids in our stream in a moment.
Coming from one thing that makes your stomach turn to going for something that will make your head spin. Tifa, what happened the last time we played Trauma Team?
We actually finished solving the case of... I forgot the name of our victim.
The Wandering Girl, I think it was.
Didn't she have a name, no?
Yeah. And head out now. Thank you for being here, Snowy. Have a wonderful rest of the week, rest of the day, everything.
In case we don't see you anymore, Happy New Year already.
Oh, yeah, in case we miss you.
In advance.
Yes.
Yeah, we solved the case of the Wandering.
Are we clear on that? No, I would argue emotionally this chapter is the worst. You've been warned. Carry on.
Yeah, it was surprisingly harsh.
Yes.
We're just doing investigations on how... Forensics on how someone died.
We're still Naomi Kimishima.
And it was fucked up last time.
It was
so much. I did not sign up for all of those feels.
We learned how the trauma got in the title. Yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
We solved the case of the Wandering Girl. She was found as a skeleton in the river by a homeless person. We have figured out...
John Doe, who had a
That's where we didn't actually
love for Mooper's chicken and making the following sound.
We actually found out that she was found dead on a bridge. Someone actually thought that they hit her with his truck.
Let's go through this only once and chronologically, regardless
This is
of how
kind of chronologically.
Not in the order of how the gameplay revealed it, but the story ultimately was.
Well, then you do it.
This 23-year-old girl suddenly started feeling sick, very sick, went to the hospital, learned that she is terminally ill, probably some sort of really fucked up brain cancer, including mood swings, aggression, hallucinations. She started domestically abusing her parents. That became a thing. Ultimately, they told her, well, we need to do more stuff on you because we don't know what you have and we don't know if we can cure it. She potentially, having an episode, was like, no, fuck you, and ran away.
She wasn't interested in finding treatment for it. And there is no procedures.
The situation made it seem like this. So, for all intents and purposes, she will die from this. And she did. Her parents locked her up in her room because they were also ashamed / afraid of her and the situation because of a
She has beat them in the hospital several times, though.
Yes,
like,
yeah,
I cannot
I kind of get that part.
Blame them on that regard.
They locked her in, she had an episode, started vomiting blood, died in there, then because they couldn't just have the dead body in her room. So the
details
parents,
in that were horrible, by the way. Yeah. Like you could see that she tried to claw herself out of the
I was trying to skip
room.
those on purpose.
Oh, now you want to skip the details that were in it. That's the part that made it so much feel. She tried to claw herself out of the room, like broke a finger in it, blood everywhere. Lots of feels. Now you can see.
Then her parents, in the horrible situation and mind state that they were in, decided our best course of action is now to grab her by the legs and drag her out.
After she died.
After she's dead.
They went back in the room, saw that she died, and they figured they should try to hide the body. Put
her in a car and throw her down the highway into a river. And I'm laughing because this is all too much, not because it's actually funny. This is how I cope.
While the dad wanted to throw her off
he went through his back.
He was on the bridge already. He went through his back, or he already had a bad back. A car started coming towards them.
So they ran away?
In his fear, he dropped the body and drove off. Then the person in the car hit the body. Drove
over her.
She was already dead. then he was like, I need to hide the body. I just killed someone. So he's the one that dropped her off the bridge, which is exactly what the dad was trying to do.
Yeah.
Then 1 month later, we found her body in a skeletal state, which still didn't explain how she was already into that state. But
it just did.
It just did.
Yeah.
And that's
then
how
we put all the puzzle pieces together, and this is so intense.
It really is. And that was like just before Christmas. And we were like, oh, we're just going to finish this case. You know, it's not going to be that bad. And then they throw all this domestic abuse at you, all these horrible ways of dying. And it's like, holy shit.
And the way the game feeds you the story is a bit more detailed than what we did. And it's a slow burn. It's not like matter of fact. It's like, they went through this horrible situation. This is bad. We can all agree on this. No, they conveyed the situation quite well. But...
And most importantly, we have also learned that Naomi, the person we are playing,
who can somehow listen to the dead.
She can't listen to the dead.
Only the last sentence.
She gets a phone call which tells her the last words someone who passed away spoke. So the girl...
in this case we should skip, because that's enough emotional stress for me.
The girl was like, Mom, Dad, help me, please. And it was like super sad, regardless.
Why did I just ask you to skip that part?
To show the emotional part.
Why did I just ask you to skip that part? I didn't need to relive that.
Well, now you do. You always want all the details in a recap. Now I'm giving you all the details and then you go like, oh.
But I said twice that's enough detail.
Yeah, but I wanted the details in there this time.
I tried, people. I tried.
But the most important thing, we have learned that Naomi, the person we are playing as, is also terminally ill. Yeah. And she had 6 months to a year to live, and we're not sure where exactly on that timeline we currently are.
Don't know how long it's been since she got that diagnosis.
Yeah.
Yes.
But we believe, though, that in like the grand ending of all characters,
let's give people a moment to process.
We're already past the processing.
So that's...
So yeah, it was an intense ride.
What we know now, but like Tifa was already beginning to explain, we believe we have to... That... You good? Too long, didn't listen, shit's fucked up. Yes, yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
But solved. Fucked up, but solved.
True.
Because we're going on to our next case.
At least now we know. But besides all of that, we do know that there's like a final storyline involving all the characters we played as. And we do know that CSR01, whatever his name was, the surgery guy from the beginning.
We have a magic doctor.
No details, don't worry, Snowy. Has a knack for solving these impossible situations. So here's hoping that maybe the ultimate patient we get to treat will be Naomi. So that there is a happy end / silver lining to all of this. We do not know.
Could be.
We hope. We hope.
And now we're starting a fresh chapter. I'm really curious what they're going to do in this one, because I felt like the Wandering Girl that was the previous one was like so high. It should have been like a last case.
I don't know where else they can go. I feel like my soul's been all stretched out. Like emotionally, I'm just like...
It also kind of feels like at this point they can't go down. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they can't just make it a simple...
I would be okay with it.
Murder case, if you get what I mean.
I would be very okay if the rest of the game was a bit more...
It needs more of a better
positive
build-up in that case. It's not gonna...
I would like that.
That's not gonna be the case, though.
And I think I can speak for everybody that it would be okay with all of us, right? That it's a bit more like back to the peak anime moments, like the outrageousness of it all, the ha-ha funny and not the ha-ha part of life.
Gonna press the button already?
No, you don't.
Okay, then I don't.
Because there's an order to things, Tifa. No, you don't press anything yet. Tifa, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Am I ready? No, so please give me a second. So, 1, 2, let's do this. When I looked this up originally on how long to beat to get an idea of how long this game takes, it said like 17 hours. We're at 20 and a half.
That's not too bad though.
We're not done yet.
We are
So, behind the lies.
at this one. You ready?
And it's the next investigation because we can skip cutscenes.
Then let's go.
Let's do this. Oh, she's back to her mummy friend.
Hello, Mr. Butterfly. I'm Alyssa. I live in the house over there. Where do you live, Mr. Butterfly?
Great. She's at it again.
I was waiting for speech bubbles to show. Okay.
It's from outside. That's fine.
Why do we immediately go to the
Hey, kitty girl, what are you
opening
doing?
cutscene?
No trespassing.
It's always the case.
Trespassing.
Oh, Miss! Chloe's better.
Chloe's the cat, right?
Chloe? Who are you talking about?
Has to be the cat.
Chloe's the kitty you helped.
Oh, yeah.
Over to play.
Yeah, she like squished out whatever she had swallowed.
Glad to hear it. In any case, you're not allowed here.
Hey, Miss. What's your name?
Let's get out of here.
Oh, I'm Naomi. Naomi Kimishima.
I keep saying Naomi.
Hi, Naomi. I'm Alyssa.
Nobody asked it.
Just on the other side of the garden here.
Who asked?
That makes us neighbors.
Now leave.
So I can come see you anytime I want.
I don't want to see you.
You're not allowed here.
Alyssa,
I
this
can
is
come
where
anytime.
Most people can't go. That's why I need you to...
Oh, and who's this little princess? Am I intruding?
But it kind of seems like they have a warehouse in the middle of a living neighborhood.
Hello, mister.
Yeah, a little bit.
I'm Alyssa.
Hello, Alyssa. I'm David.
Where did he just suddenly show up from?
Excuse me, but can I borrow Naomi for just a
This
moment?
place is big enough.
Okay, Naomi's got work to do, right? I'll be going then. Bye-bye, Naomi. See you later.
That looks so creepy though when she doesn't have
Yeah,
the full face.
yeah.
It seems you've made a cute little friend.
You know she doesn't have any security clearance, right?
Now, do you think I'm that uptight?
And then it turns out Alyssa is actually a 40-year-old woman
We're using diamonds.
pretending to be a little girl.
Wouldn't be the first time.
Anyway,
It's happened
here
before.
to talk about work, correct? I'm listening.
Yes, a few
It's the
hours
girl in the process of killing her
found in
parents.
Oxford. The FBI is requesting that we send you to investigate it.
Me? Is there some crime involved?
It's our job to determine that. What do you say?
This is my duty, isn't it? I'm on it.
That was easy.
The victim lived in a cottage in Oxford with her husband. The husband called the police saying he had killed her.
Okay, easily enough.
Straightforward enough.
She was on the floor with a chest
Oh.
wound.
Tifa getting a call.
And here's the call with her last words.
How does she do this?
Joseph, my love, I'm sorry I can't save you.
Please, Lord, let the husband's name be Joseph.
I accept. The FBI
Sorry?
thinks the husband may not be telling the truth. All right. Let's discover how this tragedy played out.
The reason I'm hoping that
Tell me the facts we have, little
the
guy.
husband's name is Joseph. Oh wait, 75. I was thinking maybe she was pregnant. And they wanted to name the baby Joseph.
I have a feeling
But it's
Joseph
75.
is the husband, especially since they don't believe that the husband actually killed her. There's some weird story going on here.
Yeah.
So we have... Oh wait.
Yes, ma'am. The victim is 75-year-old Alma Parker. Her husband Joseph called the police late last night.
Okay, that confirms that.
On arrival, they found her body, stabbed in the chest. The husband was in a wheelchair, holding a bloody knife. Joseph's account is that they had a fight that escalated.
A man in a wheelchair stabbed someone who could walk.
That's what he says happened.
Find out what you can about the murder. I'll check the body.
It doesn't happen a lot, right? I mean, technically, of course, that can happen, but...
Depending on how tall she is, that's also a bit harder to, like, actively stab them in the chest.
Yeah, I was thinking maybe with this one we'll go into like the full mathematics behind like the geometry of it all. Like, if he is in a sitting position and she is standing, is it the right angle for him to like stab her? Like full CSI stuff.
Like, could she reach it? Yeah. Is it an easy reach? I would say no.
Right, please get started.
The dead tell no tales. And if they do, nobody listens.
Except
for
for
us.
Naomi.
Only the dead who haven't died yet can discover the truth.
I think
that's what she means with her.
I think when I was like 13 in my emo phase, I wrote stuff like this.
Can't confirm.
Let's begin. Show me how your light was put out.
Alright, older woman found dead at home in the mountains. Husband reported to police that he was responsible.
This is not gonna have too many feels, I think.
I mean, it's a story involving humans.
It could be extremely tragic.
Yeah, exactly.
Now let's begin. The victim is Alma Parker. The suspect of her murder is her husband, Joseph Parker. We have a picture of the suspect this time. I should take a look at it just in case. The white-haired man is the suspect, Joseph Parker. According to the materials at hand, it says he's unable to walk due to thrombi in his veins caused by APS. The woman in the picture is the victim, Alma Parker. She has beautiful white hair as well. Not too surprising considering their age. However, just looking at pictures won't get me any closer to finding the truth. The corpse should have been brought to the evidence by now. I should go see it. Let's go
start with that one.
have a look.
I like how you are in the office and you always first move over to the office. It's like an instinct or something.
Let's examine the body.
Okay.
Just in case, I'm gonna click on the toes and stuff.
She has toes.
Nothing
All
of
of them.
note. There's usually at least one finger or toe broken. Like,
Yeah.
you know.
She has ankles.
Okay,
There
we have
is-
something on the hand. The legs look fine. Oh, there's the chest wound. Let's check the hand first.
What is that?
Is that a heart carved in the other side? Let's check here first.
What could this be?
It's also these weird black spots. No?
Black bruise. I would.
It seems like they use a similar or the same texture from the previous case where it was on the bones.
a little bit, yeah. But
That
I don't
super
know.
cancer stuff.
I don't know if that's on purpose or not. Hard to say.
True,
here.
it could just be like a like a reusing assets thing.
I've never seen a bruise like this.
It's
Is it
also
something congenital?
not as good as my star, but it has a weird shape.
Your star is creepier than that. Yeah.
Then we have the heart on this side. Oh,
This is internal bleeding. It might have been caused by something pressing against the bone.
that is heart-shaped, no?
Why does it have the shape of a kidney bean?
Or a kidney bean.
Or a jelly bean?
A great deal of force to leave this mark on the victim. Was she struggling against the murderer? Or is there a different reason behind it?
Okay, so we have weird stuff on the palms.
Why do I think that's the imprint of the edge of a pommel of a knife?
That could be.
Now I want chili.
I mean, can make chili
Make
tomorrow.
some. Make some.
We haven't had chili in a while either.
That's
This
true.
must be the fatal stab wound.
So what kind of a wound is this?
That looks like it.
Odd shape. The weapon's cross-section must be...
This looks like either 2 stabs or
Or a knife with a shape like that? Or you have some fucked up knives. From looking at the stab wound, it's believed that the shape of the weapon is star-shaped, circular, cross-shaped, triangular.
Wait, the only star-shaped weapon I assume is this one. Alright, clearly triangular, right?
I was gonna go with circular, because if I connect the edges, I get a circle.
It's clearly cross-shaped. Some people would even say X.
It's plus shaped.
True, unfortunately.
Right. The weapon must be shaped like a cross.
It's such a
That
weird...
weapon most likely penetrated the heart and killed the victim.
What the hell did she get stabbed with?
This seems a bit low for the heart, no? This is like right in between your boobs.
Yeah.
A bit below. Let's say here's the line.
I don't know.
What kind of weapon has a shape like that?
Ear hole.
I don't see anything of note.
Oh. Came out the back.
She was fully impaled.
Wound is small, but it's
But this one is smaller than the front. Oh, if only like the tip went through before it gets broader.
A skewer from meat. Isn't a skewer usually just like around? At least
I
the
also...
ones we have are.
Maybe for like doner kebab. Those are a bit bigger.
But are those cross? I mean, if it's
don't know.
like a big slab of meat, that would make sense because you don't want it to like spin. You want it to hold in place, I guess. So having the like walls of it
No clue.
kind of makes sense, but
But it could be small because only like the tip came through the back.
yeah.
You know, before it gets broader. But whatever it is, I do not know. The back
There's a
one.
wound with a similar shape, but it's a different size.
Is it a line with the front one?
Yeah. Straight through the middle.
That kind of looks like that could be connected.
If the shape
Oh.
If the shape was different, Tifa, I would have said it was an I-beam.
An eye
The
beam.
victim has a wound on her head.
Give it the steel beam thing
Oh.
that we have had to remove multiple times throughout the game so far. Alright.
And she has stars on her head.
What can wounds tell us?
This doesn't look like a wound, more like a tattoo
Yeah.
on the
yeah.
side of her head.
That's what I was thinking at first.
This would indicate the shape of the weapon, the victim's blood type, the killer's dominant arm, and the time of death. Shape of the weapon or something.
I
Huh?
would think so.
Star-shaped grooves. Okay, so we have a kidney bean, a northern star on her palms. We have a plus or a cross on her front and back, and we have stars on her head. Is there a shape
We
we're
can
missing?
figure out the shape of the weapon that inflicted them.
Parallelogram, maybe?
Still, a star-shaped bruise. What kind of weapon would leave that?
This sounds really dumb, but hear me out, because it is kind of a season to bake cookies, right? And the lady was 75?
Oh, good cookie cutter.
Yeah.
Oh, we have one that has like a row, I think, that your grandparents gave
It's a
us
rolling
once.
thing.
Yeah, and then she like fell on it.
Somehow her head rolled over one of those round cookie...
I have like this horror movie scenario where this piece of skin then comes loose with hair on it. Okay, you know what?
Thank you,
Hey.
Tifa. Thank you. We understand that you have a very vivid imagination for these things.
That seems to be the extent of what I can learn. Okay, let's check out her clothing. This is so many shapes.
This is so wild.
Now the personal effects. Her legs were fine, but just in case.
It looks like pants.
Okay, let's start with the obvious. Hey, there's hair on her shoulder. This was caused by the stab wound to the chest. However, this isn't useful information in and out of itself. Okay?
I mean, yes, it shows you that she was wearing that.
Bloodstains on the left sleeve. Was there a wound on the corpse's arm?
There was not.
It could be the murderer's blood. This needs to be investigated further.
She has the kidney bean looking mark on her right palm. She has blood down here. I'm guessing she was like doing this kind of motion.
Could also be
To, like,
from her
push-
husband if he grabbed
Push
her.
something away.
Could be. Or someone grabbing her.
Like when she was pushing, like this was closer to the wound or something. Okay.
Also, I'm really sorry, but has anyone ever seen Foster's Imaginary Home for... no, Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends?
I know
on
of
Cartoon
it,
Network?
I don't remember ever seeing it.
There is one dude on the show, or one imaginary friend who is red and very long. And I see him in this, like you have the mouth here where the wound is, you have one eye here. We can imagine this is the second eye.
I'm so happy you don't actually work in forensics. You would be so disrespectful.
What?
Like, imagine if a family member, like, after the investigation is over, a family member comes to thank Tifa for her hard work to find out what actually happened. And when Tifa goes, you know what I found most intriguing about the case of your mother's murder?
The imaginary
Have you ever watched
friend
this kid's TV show? Her blood made a shape.
I'm just saying.
How about the hair on her shoulder?
Yeah, that comes last. Which is now.
Just not grey.
Is it hair?
A lot white.
Bizarre, because
it's too long to be a hair.
I will have you know that's hurtful.
Alma and Joseph have white hair. There's only one hair. It's obviously artificial.
Oh,
this is
cyborgs.
what the government does with the hair they collect from you. They like plant it.
But we've established already in our streams, Tifa, that the government doesn't need your hair. All they need is for you to go to the dentist to suck up your spit.
Yeah, but more is good now. I bet every hairdresser is also in service of the government.
They're all CIA.
Basically.
This blue spot on the victim's head looks like the Cookie Monster. And then she starts laughing uncontrollably. Yeah, I could see it happen. I could see it happen.
I would never do that with the family there.
Only all of your colleagues.
I mean, probably. Like, you have to cope in these situations.
indeed, the victim and the suspect reportedly both have white hair. I need to send this in for analysis and identification.
Alright.
That's everything for now. Let's go mix some cards up. I was first thinking maybe it was like assisted suicide, but I wouldn't think that right now. Especially not with how she looked and her last lines.
Do we have anything on the recorder? I mean, it's not been mentioned, but...
No, not yet.
Tifa knows without checking.
Yeah, because they always mention it, see? Nothing. Sure, forensic workers make jokes all the time. I do in order to cope.
Yeah.
I think you need a dark sort of humor to be able to do that job.
I wouldn't say that, but I think 99.9% of people in that field have one.
I think you develop it.
Yeah, it seems like a...
I would. I 100% would.
Straightforward way of dealing with it all.
Like, we can all agree it's fucked up.
Yeah.
That's... What?
Sure, don't check out the weird magical looking bruise.
How about the star-shaped one? How helpful are you, my friend?
Analyze this hair.
Not very.
Of course. Dr. Kimishima, this isn't human hair.
It is actually artificial. Fuck my life.
No, it's a dog.
It seems to be from some sort of animal. Did the victims have any tame household creatures?
It seemed too long for a cat, so I would say dog for now.
You know, they're called pets. And no, there weren't any signs that they had any.
Strange. Still, this is obviously not human hair.
Llama.
I can see cuticles, so this isn't synthetic hair or a fiber.
All right. Can you identify what animal it's from?
No, that's beyond my expertise.
Then please
Can
send
you
it in.
find somebody?
Oh, but I do see something odd about it.
Go on.
Well, the hair has a tip, but the other end doesn't have a root.
So it was cut.
Or ripped off. Fucking werewolves. I mean, Joseph.
God damn it, Joseph.
Joseph is a werewolf. Alma tried to save him during one of his transformations.
Yes.
Wasn't capable.
That's
so
why she apologized.
That's why she apologized. In the process, however, Joseph killed her because as a werewolf, he's not aware of the things he's doing. Only realized when he turned back into a human.
Being a werewolf, he is naturally afraid of vampires. That's why he stabbed her with a cross.
That could also be. And then after, he called the police, believing he killed his wife, and that's why he was like, oh, I did it. And then Alma was like, oh, I couldn't save you, Joseph.
Yeah. It's basically Twilight.
Basically.
Yeah. Okay, case closed. Wouldn't put it past the game to put in werewolves with a demonic smartphone set. I'm hoping that...
I am wondering where they're gonna cross the line in...
Actually, they have a demonic phone. It can be anything. I was gonna say, I hope that they don't, but how do you explain the phone? How do you explain the ghost anime girl from the opening?
I don't think with these things, with the exception of maybe like super cancer and all of these things that suddenly start growing, they go like supernatural.
Let's find out.
That means...
So you draw the line at demon phone.
No, I think like when it comes to the actual case, they stick more to a somehow realistic situation.
Alright.
And not like an alien came down, dropped a cow from his shuttle and hit this poor lady on the head. Kind of thing.
Fair enough. Let's find out.
So, no root in the hair means the hair was burnt, cut, plucked or grown from a plant.
I hate vampire plants. It's clearly cut. If it was plucked, the root would be there.
Not necessarily,
yes.
But...
That's the definition of plucked.
Fair enough.
Ripped.
Yeah, ripped would be the better word.
But I have a feeling that before you actually manage to rip hair so that you don't get the root, you will have the root on it. I think your skin tissue will give in before the tensile strength gives up and it just rips.
Let's go with cut then.
So the hair had been cut.
Right. This means that the hair didn't fall off the animal naturally.
You didn't fall off naturally.
On the corpse.
Animal fur. Maybe she worked as an animal caretaker? Maybe she just shaved her husky? I don't know.
If you shave your husky, you will have more than 4 pieces of hair.
Maybe she cleaned up afterwards but forgot that part.
Well, I'm not here to ask you out on a date. Just look at these.
Okay. Are these bloodstains?
Why so hurtful?
Gee, Sherlock.
Yes, they were on the victim's left slit.
That's odd. This blood isn't the victim's.
How about you drink in peace and stop skipping lines?
What do you mean?
I skipped one word.
Well, the results say that only the H-type antigen was detected in this blood.
The what now?
That makes this blood type O.
The victim has type A blood. What about her husband? He's a suspect.
He has type O. Does this mark him as the culprit after all?
How about we compare their blood to see if it matches?
Please grab the knife. Tifa is currently only holding one part of a gamepad. There's a cable in between. Trust me, you will yeet this thing somehow.
Let's not start jumping to conclusions.
Yes, exactly. That's what you're doing. I would not eat the cable.
First, let's check to see if the husband is injured. If this blood came from him, he must be wounded.
How about you match the blood in the meantime?
Combine the 2 wounds.
These stab wounds are different sizes, but they have the same shape. We can deduce that these wounds are connected by
the weapon penetrating the body, the victim being stabbed twice. There were 2 murder weapons. There are 2 murderers.
2 people walked past Alma Parker on that day. Both of them with a cross-shaped blade. Both of them insisting on killing her that evening.
Wouldn't that be quite horrible if you get stabbed
from
all sides? That's just mean.
That's how Caesar died.
Yes. These 2 wounds were caused by the same strike, piercing all the way through her body.
The amount of force necessary.
Wound was
her chest, her back, neither, both.
What? What do you mean both?
Both at the same time. Or through the stars on her head.
I think it's her chest.
Indeed. If something is pierced all the way through by a sharp...
It seems really hard to, like, stab through there, though, because you still have a piece of the rib bone there. Because it's exactly in the middle.
Without going into details, because why do you keep doing this?
Oh.
There's a lot of stuff between your chest and your back that will make this a lot of work.
And it has to be long.
Yeah.
The entry wound must be at least as large as the exit wound.
I don't think it was just a knife.
No, that wouldn't reach until it comes out of your back.
If these wounds were caused by the same strike, it would have to be 20 centimeters or longer. This isn't enough to identify a weapon, but it does get us one step closer.
It has that shape and is pointy and sharp. Pointy and sharp.
Do you think she fell?
No, I do not think so. Okay, we have the murder weapon, which we are doubting, because that's a tiny kitchen knife, or potato knife as we call them.
I don't think that's a potato knife, but I agree that it's not cross-shaped.
That definitely looks like a potato knife, or a pocket knife if this is foldable.
How about you combine that with the thing you just created?
It's not 20 centimeters. Can't be combined. Okay, we are wondering what that shape is. We have nothing of that shape yet. The animal fur. The weapon has to be around 20 centimeters long. An odd shape that caused a black bruise. Star-shaped bruises on her head. And what we believe is Joseph's handprint on her shirt. Okay, check this now.
If you leave, do you get a memo?
Let's have a look.
Okay, that's not it, so we're missing something.
We still need to combine something.
What about the star-shaped thing on her head?
With what?
That.
I did it with this one
No,
already.
check the thing.
What could have done that? We have nothing...
Combine that with a knife. Alright.
I don't see what could still be combined here.
Do the green one with the yellow one.
No. Well, none of these... I don't see
Green
a connection
with
with
the
any
one
of
on the
these.
head?
With the one?
On the head.
No. I don't see a connection between any of these things, so I'm not sure what they want us to connect. Oh, blood. Weird bruise. Star shape.
Can we try to think about this instead of you just spamming things randomly?
You can think about it in the meantime.
Give me this. I can't think like this. Okay, he doesn't have a line. Odd shape.
I literally already clicked through all of them just for you.
Yes, not in a speed where I could actually read and retain information. Joseph's blood. That doesn't check out. Weapon has to be 20 centimeters.
We have nothing for that.
Okay, so the black bruise and that don't work.
Do the hair with the question mark weapon.
Nah.
We have nothing with these shapes.
Little guy, can we determine the shape of this weapon?
This was difficult.
Obviously it was, because you didn't think of doing it.
I literally did
You had
this.
5 minutes where you could have suggested this.
Tell me, how big is it?
Well, it's at least...
Oh my god. It has to be over 20 centimeters. We've just done this.
Well, now we know you've been paying attention.
It's shaped like a...
Like a triangular.
Tooth-shaped.
It's still cross-shaped.
a cross shape. Does that help?
No.
Is this testing our short-term memory?
Yes, thank you. We'll have the results in a moment.
Seriously though, what weapon has that shape? Or what item?
This isn't a cutting tool like a knife.
I was thinking maybe, depending on how their housing situation is, on like the patio or in the garden, they have this like parasol kind of thing. And the cross shape is part of the pole that holds the parasol.
Okay, but that would be longer.
Yeah, so at least 20 centimeters.
Fair enough.
And if she didn't fall, well, depends on how deep she fell on it, I guess.
It's like a spike or a spear. Something meant for piercing.
Well, it's not that then.
A stabbing weapon. I don't like the looks of this.
Right. This isn't your usual murder weapon.
Did she have a knack for like this Renaissance fair kind of stuff? Maybe she went jousting.
That's not that shape though.
I don't know, maybe it was an illegal jousting tournament. Murder weapon shape. Okay.
Maybe now you can combine it with Joseph's murder weapon.
Something's not right.
Yeah.
What do you think, little guy?
You mean the weapon in the shape of the wound, right?
That knife isn't long enough to have done that, and it's nowhere close to the right shape. No, something else has to be the real murder weapon.
What I find absolutely disgusting about this is they had investigators on the scene already. Because they found the guy sitting there with a knife and he went like, I killed her with this. And they looked at the body and then they looked at him holding this dinky little knife and they went like, yeah, this seems legit.
At that moment you wouldn't see the wound of the body though. Assuming it's covered in blood, the shirt is on there, you wouldn't see what shape the wound is in.
Yeah.
And it's also not your job to go like, oh, does this match? Does it fit?
Tifa, I don't think they find out whether it's the right shape and length by trying to fit the weapon back in the body.
They make a second one next to it to see if you get the same wound.
They find your twin and then do it to the twin to...
The second thing this tells us is...
It's even worse though.
Yes.
Like even I didn't go that far.
The knife that the victim's husband, Joseph, claimed to use as the murder weapon wasn't the murder weapon. This proves that Joseph is lying at least. He could still be the killer. He could still definitely be the killer or not, and he doesn't have to hate her for that. They get the intern for that. I hope not.
That's what the wound on the back is. It didn't fully penetrate her. They just turned her around and did a tiny stab to see if it matches. Like a tiny stab. Like just the tip. That's why it's also smaller.
You hurt my soul, Tifa.
That's already hurt. Oh, immediately a solid evidence.
Husband's lying.
The husband's definitely lying to us about something. In any case, we know for sure that the knife isn't the murder weapon. However, we still don't have a clue what the real weapon was, or who the killer is.
Take it easy. We just have to think about all of this.
Well, we've only been on the case for 10 minutes. We'll get it.
It can go through a human body. We'll have to find out what it was.
Oh,
by thinking about it. Let's do no investigations. Let's just sit here and think about cross-shaped spears. Yes.
At a fireplace. Those things that you use to
I'm not cross-shaped.
You sure?
Yeah.
They sometimes have like this thing at the end.
It's a V shape.
Oh.
No.
I mean, they seem to be the kind of people that would have a fireplace.
I don't know the term of a thing Tifa is talking about.
Stoker? Poker? To stow? I don't know.
Stoker? Poker? Can I buy her dinner first? What are you talking about?
I was thinking of the name of the pointy thing.
Yeah, anyway, no. Now, can you please...
Fire toothpick.
Can you please get this guy on the record?
Maybe... Oh, leave now. Leave now.
Ah, Dr. Kimishima. We're done interrogating Joseph.
That was fast.
Joseph? You mean the victim's husband who confessed
What
to
should
the...
you answer really want?
What other Joseph?
Yes, he just keeps saying that he killed her.
Wait.
Nothing to go on.
I know what this is. This is all wrong. This case is a JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Easter egg.
Meaning?
Well, the husband's name is Joseph, and it's cross-shaped, kind of like a star. Joe Star? Anyway, Karen.
I'd like to hear the recordings
I tried.
myself anyway. I want to know if the blood on the victim's sleeve was his or not.
I've already sent you the data. You can examine it whenever you want.
Yes, I'll do that. Thank you.
Joseph's account has been added to the recorder. Topic injuries has been added.
I say before we look at that, we take a short break.
You expected a short break, but it was I, Dio. Yeah, let's do it.
BRB.
BRB.
Put this down carefully. We're back.
Jump scare with a star. Alright.
Hey, that is now the official mascot of this stream.
No, it's not.
Do you want to check the blood first or the recorder?
This is the official mascot.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
Poor dude, let's check
Let's
the blood
check
first.
the recorder first.
Not too late.
So what are you checking? What do you mean you're checking blood?
He said he added something to the account, but I don't see it. So now we do what I wanted to do anyway, go to the recorder.
If that's what you wanted... First of all, sit like a human. If that's what you wanted to do, why didn't you do it?
Joseph Parker. Elma Parker's husband. He has confessed to killing his wife and was interrogated about the murder. Let's check the testimony, shall we?
Mm-hmm.
What, got a problem?
Yes, but carry on.
I've already told you people it was a domestic dispute.
It's true. He did already confess to killing his wife.
I was angry at my wife and I stabbed her. That's all there is to it.
No.
I was angry. It's all so simple. But is he telling the truth? Is there something more?
You know the saddest thing about this? This has probably happened at some point. That somebody might just... Yeah, no, I just got mad, so I stabbed. 100% covering for someone. Yeah, but the question is for whom?
And why? I have a feeling it's going to be quite tragic in a way.
Probably, but...
And that's how every
werewolves.
stabbing kind of happens though. Like I got mad and I stabbed the person. It's literally...
Covering for the werewolf's son.
Oh.
Psycho already solved the case.
Well,
I wouldn't be shocked.
exit. Can I?
Hey, little guy, check for werewolves.
So what if I'm in a wheelchair? It doesn't mean I can't stab someone.
That's true.
That is very true. He's definitely physically capable of stabbing someone, but there's still so many uncertainties.
I turned myself into the police right after. You know what happened after that.
The police were dispatched after the husband called them. There's no mistake about this.
I think you skipped 5.
Did I?
I turned myself
Then
into
you
the
skipped
police
4.
right after. She was standing right in front of me, so I just shanked her right there.
How is he saying this so calmly?
He
Like,
says it so plainly.
what has happened that puts him in a mental state where he can pull it off just like that?
Would it be that easy? I think at that age you look at things different.
What about my hand? I injured it, that's all.
Oh, so he does have an injury.
The victim's husband does have an injury on his hand.
So he did grab her. She was probably gonna do something. He stopped her.
This will prove that the bloodstains came from the husband.
Or she attacked him. He got hurt, tried to like stop her by pulling her back. But he was like holding this thing and then he pulled her back and it was like, ugh. I don't know.
Alma Parker is a at least mental relative of Tifa, who in her advanced age had the glorious idea, hey Joseph, I have a fun idea for a Sunday afternoon. Let's try jousting.
You and your jousting. I would never go jousting.
What was the 8th line that you now skipped?
I don't skip. Do you remember the moment you press A on the right thing, it exits?
I still feel it's easier to blame you.
You're skipping things. I don't skip shit.
You do all the damn time.
No, I don't. Like, you immediately accuse me. Have you not learned anything of our investigations?
Hey girl, I wanna go jump. There is a video game called Genital Jousting.
Oh, yeah. That was on...
And we can't stream it.
Still on Steam, I think.
It's on the list of games that you're not allowed to stream on Twitch.
We also don't know.
I was going to at some point.
I accidentally cut myself while I was stabbing her. I know, stupid, right? I've already told you.
That was too late.
I know.
I don't know if it was stupid or not, but if that's what he says happened. Okay, so he was like, oh!
No, he went like, stab, stab.
Sure, whatever happens. Oh. Oh, wait.
True.
Yeah.
These pieces of
I
information...
thought he also was gonna say, like, oh, the blood confirmed that it's his blood.
The blood on the victim's sleeve is type O.
Okay.
Joseph has a wound on his right hand, and he himself has type O blood. There's little doubt that the bloodstains on the sleeve were left by him.
Little doubt, but not zero doubt.
Exactly.
Wow. We take little doubt as solid evidence, excuse me?
That doesn't prove that he killed Alma, though. We'll need more evidence to be certain. Let's keep investigating.
I feel like we got these two quite fast. But this is gonna be such a hassle.
Now, what does the text on your new card say?
If he didn't kill her, who did?
How about you give this to little guy?
But this is already closed. This is solid. Solid means you're done.
But maybe it leads to something.
Solid means you're done.
Exit?
How did she die? 1 month. Okay.
This is one bizarre case. There's so much about it that's hard to believe.
Yeah.
You don't think the husband did it, Dr. Kimishima?
Who knows? Anyway, let's put the facts we know so far in order.
I'm not in the FBI or CIA or any of these things, and I can tell that the guy is lying. How can all of these professionals not?
Oh, she doesn't. Or she believes he didn't do it. Yet.
The reason why it's doubtful that the victim's husband is the murderer is because...
He's short-tempered. His hand is
injured.
injured. He hit the real murder weapon. Or he's stubborn.
The fact that doesn't fit if Joseph is the killer is that... What?
Nothing of this really...
He
It
hit
should
the
have
real
said
murder
he's
weapon.
handsome. Like, he can't be the killer if he's handsome.
We've established this already. Sexy people don't do bad things.
They don't. And if they did, it was self-defense.
Yeah, you clearly did something to deserve it. I think it's that he hit the murder weapon.
That doesn't fit.
Excellent seasoning.
the knife he says he used could not have caused the wounds she died of.
See?
Oh, if you actually commit a murder, just come up with like, this is the murder weapon and you know it's absolute horseshit, and then the FBI goes like, no, you're lying, you didn't do it. And then they go get someone else for it.
Unethical pro-life tips from Tifa.
There you go.
Did you just tell people how to get away with murder?
When in a hard situation, confess, but with the wrong facts.
I think that's illegal, Tifa.
Yeah, but then they believe it's not you. It's a double bamboozle. This
think-
is brilliant.
I'm not quite sure, but I think the legal term is obstruction of justice.
You get less for that than murder, though. It's the better evil. It's the better choice. Like, if you're stuck already anyway and you're caught and you have no way of talking yourself out of it, just go like, this pen was the murder weapon, and come with some bullshit facts that can't be correct.
This is a reminder for absolutely no reason. I'm saying this now, that the things Tifa is saying are set for comedic purposes. They are not in any way, shape or form legal advice. And truthfully, Not advice at all.
I'll give some other advice if you pay me for it. And even then...
Tifa is clearly saying these things so that people who would be dumb enough to follow this advice would get into even more trouble.
If you actually follow my advice, you deserve whatever. In this situation, you deserve whatever's coming at you too. Because that means you did actually just commit murder.
Tifa, I keep trying to take the shovel out of your metaphorical hands here. Just stop talking.
But why?
I don't know. Legal reasons. Tifa is entrapping future murderers.
Exactly. I'm doing the world a favor. And you basically ruined it. If now someone watches the rest of the video, it's like, aha! I should not do this. And then you let the murderer get away.
It doesn't yet. So I will be charged with obstruction of justice.
Yes. If something like this now happens and because they get away with murder.
I have warned people technically.
Yes. Yes.
Now I have been double bamboozled. And I don't know how to feel about that. I've been outsmarted. Don't we have a case to solve?
You want evil to win. I'm the good doctor.
There are other reasons to doubt him too, no matter what weapon he used.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm doubting you here.
Sus.
Pushing it all the way through a human body would require a lot of strength.
That is... Yes. Never mind.
Yeah, she's not made from jelly. You know?
Yeah, but she is already older, and then especially like your skin and everything is way more fragile. I would think it's also easier to...
The skin. The part that you're thinking is gonna stop.
I said and
that's
everything.
That's gonna be part of, you know, making the downward pushing or whatever they did.
That's why I said and everything. I started with the first layer.
You've watched a bit too much like Marvel movies and stuff if you think that the skin is gonna be the problem there.
That's why I said and everything.
You'd have a point, but then you need a victim so you can convict someone for murder in the first place. I want to say that is true, but I feel like anything I can say will be used against me at some point in my life. So I will say, nice comment.
But he's...
It would be difficult for Joseph to stab Alma all the way through her chest because he can't stand, he can't move his arms, he's too hard-headed.
That has to be it. You can't stand, I want to say, because you do need force. It's harder when you're sitting down in your wheelchair and you have to put your hands up to like put that force on it.
Yes. Not impossible, but...
Not impossible, but...
Not as straightforward.
It would be difficult.
Yeah, fair enough.
Like stabbing is one thing, stabbing all the way through is another.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember how high I was sitting when I was playing around with my mom's wheelchair when she needed it.
The height you're currently?
I think it was a bit lower.
No, because your legs were like in this position too.
Trying to remember. It was fun times. He can't stand.
He can't stand.
Indeed. He is wheelchair bound and cannot stand under his own strength. Would he be able to kill someone like this while sitting in a wheelchair?
Yes.
His hospital records make it clear that he can't stand up at all.
Okay.
Yes. The shape of the weapon and the details of the death make it unlikely that he's the murderer.
And don't forget, seeing how his legs don't work anymore, he can't use them to like push off. So he has to use his upper body to put all that force in it. Like if I would now do that, I'm already like pushing on my legs.
Yeah. And again, not impossible, but more and more unlikely the more we learn. Fair enough.
Still, he insists that he's the one who killed her.
I don't get it. Usually people lie to avoid being blamed for a crime.
Huh. You have a lot of experience with lying, Mr. Investigator?
Hopefully, yes.
Hey, we agreed not to bring up the past, didn't we?
I wonder what we're gonna unravel between those two.
Nothing. That's gonna be the thing.
It's
nothing.
Gonna come. It's gonna
All
come.
the plot points that are just thrown up, you learn nothing about.
But want to make himself the criminal?
All I can think of is that he's defending somebody else.
His werewolf son.
Or covering up an even bigger lie? That doesn't change what I need to do at all. Contact HQ about the inconsistencies we've discovered and interrogate the husband again. I'm going to the crime scene. Tell them that, too.
Understood. I'll get authorization immediately.
Scene Mountain House.
Let's go to the mountain house, shall we?
Living in the mountains if you're wheelchair bound.
That seems horrible.
I mean, it's still a nice view and everything, and you can make the house wheelchair accessible, but it doesn't seem like my #1 destination, you know?
Like, imagine having to go up. You need so much strength for that.
Because I'm thinking, like, what happens if for some reason you need to go outside? I don't think they made the entire, like, mountain area wheelchair accessible.
I feel like electric wheelchairs should be a thing and available for everyone.
Yeah.
Like I mentioned earlier, once my mom had to use a wheelchair because she got fake knees and it was to help her out.
She got an artificial knee,
Yeah,
not a fake knee.
I couldn't think of artificial knee. It's basically a fake knee.
Tifa, with all the things we've learned about the Netherlands, it would shock nobody if she received a fake knee. Like if she ordered it on Wish.
And during the recovery process, they gave her like a wheelchair to use. And obviously, I was the one that used it.
I would have done the same thing.
Yeah.
I've never sat in one.
But using a wheelchair is exhausting. Yeah. It requires so much strength. Like she also had like crutches. Okay, you know what? Story time. Let me put this down for a second. She also had like crutches, and at one moment we were going to the grocery store, and I would say that's like a 7-10 minute walk normally. Yeah. It's like quite close, few streets away.
10 minutes casual walk.
Yeah. So we were gonna go to the store. My mom wanted to use her crutches, and I was like, I'm gonna go in the wheelchair, and then on the way back, if you're too tired, you can just sit in it. I kid you not, it was so tiring. Then at some point, I wanted to go down the
sidewalk onto the street level.
Down the sidewalk to get on the street to cross. But it was this really shitty sidewalk thing, and I went down, and my wheels got stuck. So I was like hanging there, and I was just about to get up and, you know, just pick up the wheelchair, set it straight, and move on again. When this woman came cycling past us, she like threw her bike down, got off, and started walking towards me to help me get unstuck in the wheelchair. And I was like, I can't get up now. I cannot get up now and tell her that I am not a wheelchair user. So I was like, I kept sitting in the wheelchair and pretend to be stuck and like unstuck myself. My mom was like dying in the corner, like on the other side of the street already. She was like throwing herself away. She's like, oh, your mom is also handicapped, like she can't help you, I'll help you with your wheelchair. So she like unstuck me and like pushed me a bit further so that I could get up the little ramp onto the sidewalk again.
Like you gotta commit at that point. Like
I have to commit, like I couldn't get up anymore.
There is no explanation you can give to make the situation not awkward.
She jumped off her bike to help me, which was super sweet. It was absolutely adorable, but I was dying. I had to commit. I had to be stuck in that wheelchair and pretend I'm struggling. It was absolutely horrible. My mom was
at the same time, it's also kind of disgusting that you did that, but...
What would you have done? I felt like it was too late to still get up.
I would have done exactly the same thing. But with a difference.
She was so sweet.
I would have started crying.
I'm stuck.
Yeah. No, I wouldn't have said anything. I would have just started crying uncontrollably because of the audacity and the shame of the moment. Yeah. Just go completely non-verbal but sobbing.
I still see my mom laughing on the other side of the road with her crutches.
With her fake knee.
It was hilarious. But seriously, once you've actually tried it, my arms after 10 minutes were completely dead because it was one of the ones where you have to like push the wheels. And then you also realize how bloody inaccessible everything is for wheelchair users.
You don't realize, I think, really, unless you have somebody in your like immediate family, friends, whatever circle,
Yes.
that you notice, or you yourself are in the situation.
You can't get off most of those darn sidewalk things. You can't get into the majority of stores. Like some of the cash register hallway things to like
The path
they
out
are
of the
too
store is
narrow. You
Yep.
can't get through it with your chair. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like that really needs to get improved.
Yes, it should be.
But yeah, that's my wheelchair story.
Let's begin the investigation of a crime scene, shall we?
Still one of the funniest things I've ever done, I think.
Funny is debatable.
That's true. So, crime scene investigation.
Okay, calling it now, he stabbed her because of that ugly green clock.
Understandable. But what did I say? They're fireplace people.
Wheelie fans.
Oh wait, here is that the fire toothpick?
The stoker and the poker.
I'm quite sure. Wait, can you click on these things? I'm quite sure the Dutch name is stoker.
I'm
Why do I have
pretty
stoker
sure
in my mind?
stoker and poker is a page in the Kama Sutra.
Stoker.
She doesn't even listen to me.
I'm just
Nothing particularly interesting about this.
I'm just ignoring that.
Nothing about the photos either. Oh look! My instincts are correct.
What's this?
There's an inscription on this clock.
Wait, there's the stars.
Oh! She's been hit on the head with that thing. That's the murder weapon, probably.
To my loving father and mother from Abby. A gift from a family member? Oh, why does this decoration look familiar?
Ha! It's a poker. The stick that you use for a
The weird
fireplace.
stick with a hook at the end is apparently called a...
An hard poker. It's a poker. That's why I have that in my mind. See, I wasn't wrong, technically. I'm just using the wrong language.
So you were wrong. Regarding this clock found on the table, that star shape was also seen on corpse's hand, corpse's head, corpse's shoulder, corpse's cheek. The head.
Corpse's hand, corpse's shoulder.
No.
That sounded
Don't-
like a song. Right?
Don't make a dance out of it.
It's the same as that star-shaped bruise on the victim's head.
Just take the controls again so that you can't do this. Like,
Okay, you know what? Fine.
no, Tifa.
Be boring.
No. I know these are like fictional people, but still, treat them with a modicum of respect.
This wasn't about the people, though. These were about the choices.
Press a button.
The murderer could have struck the victim with this clock.
Yes.
I need to take this back and carefully investigate it.
Put it in the bag. Okay, we got the clock. Oh. Alma Parker was found dead here. Should we... Psh, psh.
You should look around some more first.
I'm trying to move, but how do I move again?
By
Oh, back.
pressing B.
It's been a while.
Stop spraying luminol.
There's a photo here. Looks like a family photo.
Okay, check the middle one. Okay, doesn't work.
I think it all points
So
to
I'm
that
guessing
one.
the clock is from their daughter or something like that?
Is that something on the ground?
Yes.
This. It's a shard of glass. What could that be from? Supposedly, only Joseph and the responding police officer were at the murder scene. If that's the case, then...
Shard of glass found at the scene was a piece of something, but what's odd about it is...
No one noticed it. No one knows how it got there. There are no other pieces. It could hurt if you step on it. I'm quite sure it would hurt if you step on it. But
definitely hurt.
I want to go with there's no other pieces. There's only that one piece.
Yeah. Is this the one piece?
Yes, there were no other shards of glass in the area. The police wouldn't be so foolish as to contaminate the crime scene. I'm beginning to wonder if someone there had cleaned up the other shards of glass. I could send this shard to analysis. We might learn something about it.
Okay, so they have tiny annoying things hidden.
It certainly is real. That it is. That it is.
These pictures?
No.
This one?
Two of them look so happy together.
I only see one person on here, but sure.
We don't talk about Bruno. Or details like that.
Wanna...
Go ahead. Can you check out the chalk outline first?
I already did.
Okay.
She was found dead there, so you know. Oh.
There are traces of something having been burned in this fireplace.
That's just pitch black to me.
Something has been burned in the fireplace. Duh! I'd be more shocked if it wasn't.
It's something other than firewood.
See?
I wonder if there's anything left.
How wait?
If you look at this pitch black hole, you should have been able to tell that.
Would this have been your instinct too?
Huh, I've got something. What is this?
It's part of a painting? That's like paper or something.
There's something else here too. Is this fur? What is this doing here?
That's a wig.
It looks like a toupee. Yeah.
But it's fur. I think it's supposed to be a pile of fur. Burned hair.
What the hell?
That should wrap things up here. I need to go back to the office and sort through the facts. Okay, nice. Good investigating.
That was lucky.
Excuse me? Did you not see
No.
how my brilliant eyes spotted these things?
No, I didn't.
Always safe when you can.
Alright.
Alright, go check this out. Maybe not.
How about you look at it first?
Go check this out. Maybe not.
How about you look at them first?
Oh, look.
Your turn.
Yes, what is it? Oh, you need something analyzed? Just one moment.
He seems so disappointed.
There's some kind of compound on the concave surface here.
Because we never called to just chat.
Because Naomi doesn't seem like the kind of person to do that.
Not really.
Just saying.
Any details?
It's wine. Yep, no mistake.
It's a wine glass. Do any of the other shapes match something like that? In her palms? No.
Are they gonna go with...
Artistic wine glass?
He was drunk, got mad, hit her with a clock?
Why would he... The one thing I don't get is still why, even if he did it, why would he lie about how he did it?
That's a good
I
point.
don't think it's him.
Maybe she had an affair.
And then her other...
But wait, didn't...
The side piece did it?
I guess. Wait, didn't...
I don't think so.
Weren't her final words, I couldn't save you, Joseph?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, no, it doesn't really gel.
That's what makes it even more confusing.
Alright, carry on.
So, there's wine on the inside of this piece of curved glass. That means this shard comes from...
Part of a
what?
fishbowl.
An alcoholic goldfish, yes. Part of a vase, part of a chandelier.
Having a fishbowl, 3/4 is just white wine. And poor fish.
I mean, it doesn't say that there's a fish in it. It could just be
mean-
drinking out of a fishbowl.
True, you could also just have fishbowl decoration
Yes.
with wine.
Clearly
in it.
it's a wine glass. Well.
That's probably right. Then again, there could be some oddballs who drink wine straight from the bottle or something.
I would totally never.
I feel
do that.
kind of called up. It saves dishes! Wouldn't drink the whole bottle,
With
but
Christmas, we had actual like wine glasses with our meal.
with,
We
Chris-
don't drink wine that often.
with
either.
my Christmas dinner that I made at home.
Once every year.
Tifa said, oh, I want to have some wine. I was like, yeah, cool, whatever, I'll join you. And when I gave her the wine glasses and she
Your
paused for
dad
a
gave
second.
us like 4 bottles.
She paused when I gave her the 2 wine glasses. Because we have wine glasses because they were part of a set of glasses we bought when we moved in. We never use them.
I'm an animal, we already know that.
Once a year I'm feeling fancy and like when I have juice in the morning, I pour that into a wine glass just to spite Tifa so that she has to clean one of them.
The last time I actually cleaned a wine glass, I snapped it in half.
Get
I
good
was
in
lucky with these.
This seems like a skill issue.
It really is.
Perhaps. Let's assume for the moment that it's from a wine glass.
For barbarians.
A little more investigation may provide us with more information.
How does this fit with everything?
I do not see...
I'd combine the clock and the imprint on her skull. Yes.
I was looking for the...
Grab it. Move it.
Huh. The decoration on the clock matches the victim's head wound, but this couldn't possibly have been the fatal blow. I need to know exactly how this wound would have affected her.
Fatal, maybe not, but it definitely...
Could have sent her reeling.
Yeah, or like knocked her unconscious, or to the floor.
Yeah. And the clock murder weapon?
Well, it's not 20 centimeters, that's for sure. Let's get this fur.
These two hairs appear to be the same.
More mysterious fur.
Then the hair from the fur was on the victim's clothing. Why though?
What does the
This is
text say
paper?
now on the fur?
Oh, that's not fur. It's the same hair as found in the fireplace.
Okay, what's the piece of paper we found?
Mysterious piece of paper. We don't know what it is. Then we have, could it have been the murder weapon? So we can try. No.
Can you combine the clock and the paper? Okay, because there was something written on the clock.
Is this the same shape? No.
Apparently not.
Is this the same shape?
No. What about the knife?
With what?
Check the knife.
That's still the same. How did she die? Doesn't match the wound.
Can you combine that with a clock?
We already did, but no. We asked him to investigate something, right? Can we still check?
No.
I already gave you this. Ah. After
Yes.
we combined it, I guess. Oh, no voicing?
No.
All we know right now is that it came from a wine glass, so please investigate more. Can you look in for any more details that might tell us more about it?
Alright, I'll need some time to do that.
Okay, so that's being analyzed.
What about the paper?
Oh, no.
Maybe we can find out what that is?
I already tried to give it to him.
Okay. The clock?
Little guy, could I bother you for a moment?
Anytime. How can I help?
Well, the wound on the victim's head was caused by a clock found at the scene. I want to know what that wound would have done to the victim.
Okay, I get it. I'll start looking into it right
No, come over here.
Let's check it out.
We need results quickly. And then he actually hits himself in the head with it.
It's the fastest way. Let's now try to exit. Yeah.
Yeah,
Dr. Kimishima, I need to tell you something.
please do.
Is it good news?
No, bad.
Another corpse.
Found.
Give me a break. I'm already in the middle of investigating a case for you.
Okay, wait. Someone attacked his wife, so he attacked that person, but it was too late to... Wait, no, wait. They were being robbed. The robber hit the wife in the head with the clock.
She killed the...
She wasn't unconscious, she wasn't dead yet, but then he attacked the killer. She wanted to stop him from doing that, or from attacking him. He actually killed the robber. She wanted to stop him from doing that or continuing, got in the middle of the fight, whatever, and died.
And they both stabbed her at the same time. With a poker.
She died during that, so he blames himself. Or no, why would he cover for...
Why would she cover for a murder?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, that doesn't make sense, never
No.
mind.
But
Well, the thing is,
nice, vivid
related
imagination.
to the Alma Parker case.
What do you mean?
Star
A
shape?
female corpse was discovered in a warehouse at the harbor. The victim is identified as Abigail Parker.
Oh, we have the werewolf kid.
Well, daughter.
She's Alma Parker's daughter.
What?
Yes, it's not just Alma now. Her daughter's been murdered as well.
What the heck?
My God. Is there any connection between the two cases?
Well, she's the daughter. Isn't that enough?
It's quite a big coincidence.
We don't know yet, but Considering the timing, I believe there's a good chance that they're related.
All right, send the corpse over here. I'll perform an autopsy.
Right. I was going to come over and tell you about the clock anyway. I'll load all the information that we've confirmed onto the computer, too.
Huh. A man who comes to visit bringing a dead body as a present. You're the worst guest ever. This kind of thing tends to upset people, you know.
Hey, come on. This is my job.
I'm joking. I'll have a room ready.
Yes, that would be helpful. I'll see you later then.
What nice small talk they make.
You can now switch between corpses. How handy.
I'm so happy. So happy.
We have...
2-day-old corpse has been obtained.
So the daughter died first.
Apparently.
Did the wife kill the daughter? No, that also doesn't explain the message.
Maybe she really hated the green clock.
I guess. Oh, he's not done yet.
Check.
He's not done yet. Let's go to the corpse's body.
You mean the corpse?
The corpse. It's a bit double.
The first victim, Abigail Parker.
Oh, here we go. Demon film. Stay away, run.
Mom, stay away, run. I want to say the mom is like a mom, not like a, oh, it's you, but a like aimed at. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Gaming Check. Sit like a human.
I am sitting straight.
And I'll join you on the drinking.
Stay away, run. I don't think that's aimed at the mother.
Yeah.
These were her last words. I'm not making any promises, but I've heard your words.
Switching between corpse and effects. Point of a nameplate at the top left and press A.
Same murder weapon? Oh, different shapes. This is Alma Parker's daughter, Abigail. Let's begin. Just do it.
Check both hands.
She has
What
a
the
web
fuck?
shape. Actually, this matches the one on her mom's hand.
That already healed.
This is a cut. It seems like it was inflicted intentionally.
The hell?
It's the same shape, no? The other one is just more...
Yeah, that was the weird black spot and stuff.
Yeah.
Hello, Ranger. Happy
Ranger.
Wednesday. Happy Feliz Navidad. How are you doing?
How were your holidays after all the stress you guys had?
This is a cult murder.
I mean, this is so weird.
Is the dad maybe completely deranged? Somehow? Like,
I don't think that's it. Finding the dog in the pot.
being
I mean,
too late for dinner, it's all eaten.
For Christmas, it is too late now, yeah.
Fair point, yes.
Happy Wednesday. No,
I've seen
you.
a similar wound somewhere before.
How's everyone doing?
I sure have.
That's it?
Okay.
Okay.
Other hand is fine.
Hey, look, it's another...
There's a deep
Plus.
wound on the chest. This must be the fatal
Let
wound.
me guess, it's also the same shape on the back again. This has to be a serial murder, or at the very least the same murderer.
It's confusing.
This stab wound has an odd shape. I've seen this somewhere before.
Oh, come on, please!
That should be all that I can learn.
Yeah, check
Okay,
the rest of
so-
the body just in case.
There's nothing in the back.
Okay, not
so
all the way through.
She wasn't fully...
And she wasn't clobbered with a clock.
Okay, so we only have those two weird ones.
She has all toes, all fingers. Okay.
Surprisingly. So far, none of the cases had...
Any extra digits?
Yeah. Okay, she was wearing a dress. Hey, look! Dog hair. Before I click on that, anything else? No.
This has to be a serial murderer.
There's damage to the upper torso area of the clothing and a severe amount of hemorrhaging. There should be a wound in the same location on the corpse, but that's all this tells me. Okay, so what's with all the...
Abigail's hair isn't black.
Have fun.
I've seen this black hair before.
All my clothes are filled with dog hair. Having a white dog is like a minor curse.
What type of dog do you have?
Hello, Dark
Lord. How
Happy
you doing?
Wednesday. Happy late Christmas. How have you been? Yesterday, when we visited my grandparents after we had the second Christmas dinner, Tifa found her favorite cat in the neighborhood again, and she spent like 30 minutes sitting there just petting the cat.
That was like 5 minutes.
Because the cat is adorable, that's perfectly fine, I get all of that. But she was covered in white cat hair afterwards, so yeah, I get it. Yeah, definitely.
I just sat down on someone's porch. The
The cat.
which I call Derpy, but it's actually called Moritz, came to sit on my lap, and
The
then we
sweetest
cuddled,
cat.
and it was like super cute.
We believe he's a Jack Russell Chihuahua. Those are the best kind, when you're not quite sure. Katze streicheln.
All of them.
It's a really cute cat.
But especially if you like wearing darker clothes, you
Yeah,
will see that.
definitely.
It's
Where have we seen this before? On the crime scene floor, on the corpse, on the clothing. It's on the
On
clothing.
the corpse and on the clothing, isn't it kind of?
No, two different things.
I've never seen it. I have never seen it.
Ever. Familiar hair. So they're summoners.
it was animal fur.
They're wizards.
So
my God.
maybe we will be going there. Oh wait, she didn't say we're done.
No. Got them at the humane shelter. They said they found them in a field somewhere.
Probably.
I'm very happy that you adopted that dog. Every dog needs a forever home.
Yeah.
The phone.
Oh yeah. Probably
The phone!
Oh, I didn't see that was here. I thought that was another item.
Look at the screen, Tifa.
Oh, is that a Nokia?
I don't know.
This is the cell phone that Abigail was carrying. It won't turn on. Is it broken?
Nah, it looks fine.
This game released in 2010, I want you to know this. They started working on this in 2007, and they also did not predict the rise and the prevalence of smartphones.
This should be sent in for analysis. It may have some useful information.
That seems to be everything.
And that's it.
Yes.
Dog genetics testing is for rich people, like people genetics. Unfortunately, it should be cheaper and more available.
It also doesn't really matter unless you have like a full breed and you want documents for it.
Yeah. If you ask me, as long as the dog is healthy and happy, that's the most important part.
Yeah,
Nothing else matters, really.
basically.
Yeah. Kelly took her brother and Olivia to Garden of the Gods, letting him see
Ooh,
the
what's-
sights while he's here.
What's that?
We've talked about this before, didn't we? It's like a site in Colorado. I think.
I don't remember.
I don't remember the details too.
It's awesome having our first Christmas in this home. I'm super happy for you guys.
You deserve it.
All
Yeah.
of it.
Both had an awesome Christmas break. Yes, we did.
It was quite nice, surprisingly.
And now we get to be sad and depressed with Naomi Kimishima here.
Just as I thought. These
Super
two
happy
hairs are
games.
So we know that the hair from the fur found in the fireplace at the murder scene was on both of the two victims.
Okay, so we got a
We can
connection.
deduce that
They were wearing fur coats. The killer wore the fur. And animals in the evidence room, sorry, they were killed by a monster.
The killer wore the fur.
I feel like that's also not evidence. What if they have a dog? What if they
We don't know what
have
type of fur it is.
a neighbor that has a dog? Like, this doesn't tell me anything.
If this was Ace Attorney, now a character would enter the story that has this wide black fur-rimmed coat.
Yeah.
The killer was the...
So,
It's
monster.
not ruled out yet.
They were killed by a monster.
There have to be whoever did this has to be a monster anyway to do this thing. So that's a given. But the
Okay.
killer wore the fur.
It doesn't say that though. Or it doesn't tell me that necessarily, but sure,
That's
yeah.
the conclusion.
We'll go with it. We'll go with it.
See? Fur, coincidence.
There you go. My happy game is yelling at the fake refs in Madden with my brother. Hey,
Why not?
might as well.
indeed the murderer had been wearing or using the fur somehow.
I feel that.
I super appreciate Olivia backseating, video gaming, shit-talking the goons in the Batman Arkham games.
Olivia learned from the best.
It's gonna make an awesome streaming partner if you ever want to do that again with her. That was great. Got our other dog from the same shelter. We believe he's a blind Chihuahua with maybe some beagle. Okay.
A Chihuahua beagle mix.
Sounds adorable.
Sounds like an odd combination.
Yeah, not something people like commonly breed on purpose.
I would think so.
Why not?
Also, Olivia in 10 years is gonna beat the shit out of all of us when it comes to gaming.
And shit talking, probably.
Thus, it's not surprising if we found evidence of it with both the victims.
So we're looking for a fur-wearing killer.
Still so weird though. Where's that other weird shape here?
These murders are too similar for us to dismiss the possibility that they're related. The wound on Alma's hand wasn't caused by external trauma, while Abigail's wound was obviously made using a sharp tool.
But wait. On the mother, the wound was healed.
It was a bruise.
It was a bruise, so it wasn't fresh.
Cut.
But it was the same shape.
Yeah.
Do you think that's just a dumb coincidence? Or do you think maybe it's like a stalker type scenario where somebody tried to get the mother way back when she got attacked, has the hand thing, but that healed, and now the murderer went for the child?
It's a bruise though, not a scar. I would think they both might... We know they were both in the warehouse or at some location. Because Abigail's last words were calling for her mother. Or shouting at her mother.
So maybe the mother witnessed this.
They could have just grabbed the same tool, the mother from the blunt side and the daughter from the sharp end, depending on what it is.
No.
I don't think that's a weird assumption I'm making.
At first glance, these may seem to be completely unrelated. However, if we consider any similarities or connections between the two corpses, these wounds may indicate some hidden link that we haven't discovered yet.
The mother and the daughter were both part of a killing game and they were pitted against each other. So the murderer is Monokuma. That would explain the fur. No?
We need some different colors for that though.
No. Olivia and I were tactical in Mortal Kombat last night. We smoked everyone. She controlled the face buttons and left joystick, controlled the bumpers and triggers. Is there video evidence of this? Because that sounds amazing.
Why am I not shocked though?
Two geniuses, one gameplay.
Like I absolutely see it.
Yeah.
I absolutely see it.
Oh, do you need something analyzed? Is this Abigail's cell phone?
Yes. Can you see if it can be repaired? We might be able to learn something from it.
Gotcha. I'll get on that.
Okay, so more analyzing.
Can you please check the text on the hand wound?
The bruise is the same shape as the cut on the hand. Can't be a coincidence. But we
This does
don't
not
know.
look like the trauma team I saw last. Well, we have moved on to forensics.
Yeah, we are now trying to figure out how people got killed.
Exactly. Ranger, thank you for the lurk. Have a wonderful time playing that and say hello to everybody from us, please.
Everything he said. Love, love. Where is the other wound? I guess that's being analyzed.
Dead. Or maybe not.
No, that's not it. I was looking for the one on
That
the
was
mother.
solid evidence to the left.
Oh, then we're already done.
I don't think so.
If it's solid evidence, it's done.
Exit? See if we get a call? Okay, maybe not.
Let me press that button while we're going back. I think I just need to still give him some things. Take it.
Give me this.
Hey, excuse me.
Stop brute forcing. At least pretend like you're thinking. Did they have anything else in common?
Oh, you tried a wound. No.
Oh my god. Come on.
They have the wound in common. Try that. Okay, maybe not. I guess it's about the fur.
This
that they
bears
have in common.
investigating.
Guy, can we tell anything from this one?
Yeah, I was gonna do that. You made this long. You made this way much longer.
You know, Tifa, I don't want to make fun of you for doing this, but every time I take the controls from you, We suddenly made progress.
Yes, because I'm on the process of doing this. And then you get impatient and then you do it anyway.
It works, doesn't it?
Because it's the last thing you could do.
Alma stab wounds.
This bear is back on the menu. One day, this bear is back on the menu.
Is that so? My hunch was right. This proves
That it is a werewolf.
Alma and Abigail both have a fatal stab wounds in the same shape. This indicates that the murder weapon is the same.
They died at the same time. No, the murder weapon was the same.
Probably.
yes. Both murders were committed using the same weapon.
So were they murdered by the same person?
Potentially.
It's likely, but there's no conclusive evidence of that just yet. The wounds aren't exactly the same. There's something very different about them.
Where?
It's
The depth of the wound.
Yeah, because
That's
one
the
was
difference.
all the way through, the other.
Yeah.
But we already solved this too. The reason why the daughter wasn't fully impaled, but the mother was because she was older and therefore her skin was thinner.
I didn't only say skin.
That's all I heard. Tifa's words, not mine.
yes,
At least say it right.
aren't the same.
Couldn't that just be coincidence? They weren't killed by a machine after all.
How do you know? That's sus.
I can't rule that out as a possibility either.
Exactly.
Still, Alma's stab wound pierces all the way through her body and out her back. Abigail's wound barely reaches her heart. These wounds would require a vast difference in strength to inflict.
I see. Is that so?
In any case, it's dangerous to make more assumptions than is absolutely necessary. Let's continue investigating.
Ding. There's no coincidence. Only hit Susan. Why would I hit Susan? She didn't do anything to me. Same murder weapon.
That's the next case.
This can't be mere coincidence. There's more they had in common too.
Use it with the hand. Oh, maybe not.
What?
Maybe not. How about
Oh,
the fur?
come
The
on.
fur. They had the fur in common.
Indeed, these facts can be put together. Alma and her daughter Abigail, the two corpses share one common thing. That is,
Scene of murder, time of death, weapon that killed them, their ages. If the daughter is the same age as the mother, something is really, really fishy. I'm just saying.
yes, the same weapon was used for both murders. Another similarity can be found among their belongings as well. That is,
Bloodstains on the back, pollen on sleeves. Never happened here. Black animal hair, symbols drawn on forehead.
Well, we did have symbols on it, so that's where that comes from.
But not drawn.
No, but
Either way, it's the black animal hair. It's the fur.
that's not the point. Oh.
Same killer has been obtained.
yes, both of them had the same type of animal fur on them.
Same werewolf.
There's a very high possibility that these crimes were committed by the same person.
And coincidence? Coincidence?
Check the dead.
That doesn't work. Abigail was dead for 2 days before her body was discovered.
Maybe use that with the question mark one?
No.
Okay.
What else we got? We still got the mysterious ashes. We got this. Nope.
Try to go back. Like leave.
Oh, see if we get a call. Updates? Yes.
Yeah.
Dr. Kimishima, a new testimony has arrived.
Oh lord.
Good. Whose testimony is it this time?
Let's see. First, we have the person who found Abigail's corpse. He owns a restaurant, but he seems to be an acquaintance of the victim.
Really?
Okay.
How
Okay.
did they know each other?
Well, it seems the victim was an occasional customer at the restaurant. According to the testimony, the victim had visited the restaurant not long ago.
I see. This may be able to help us determine the victim's situation before she was killed. We should confirm when he last saw the victim as well.
Cook's account.
It doesn't really matter, we should confirm, because
When
the
did you
thing
last
has already
see?
been there.
Yes, there's another bit of testimony that needs to be addressed.
Go on.
Is the homeless John Doe again?
It's Joseph Parker.
Oh?
The son?
He's begun confessing to his daughter's murder as well.
Oh wait.
What do they
Joseph.
have on them that he does this?
So now he killed both.
What?
When the questioner asked him about Abigail's corpse, he started with the whole I did it spiel again.
Why did you fools tell him about Abigail?
Yeah.
I mean, he kind of has a right as a father. You can't not tell him about his daughter's death.
Well, he is her father after all. Someone was bound to tell him.
Yeah.
Well, we've lost the chance to learn what really happened from him.
No matter where you go, there's always somebody who has to ruin it for everyone.
Oops, I did it again.
But this is so weird.
Oh well, what's done is done. I'll listen to his testimony too. Send the voice data over.
Joseph, would you also please tell us all the other victims you had? Because this is getting really boring.
Understood. Please do so.
New details have been updated.
How about we take a short break first before we listen to the next testimony?
Yes, please.
BRB.
BRB. Boo!
And we're back.
The star keeps coming back. I did throw it away, or like on the ground earlier, but it found its way up here again. But I need to put this face down because
I'm glad you found it again.
it's a lot. So let's start. What did you do with the chairs?
Nothing. Let's start with the dead again.
Let's start with Joseph, a potential serial killer again.
Let's see what he has to say for himself this time.
I hope it's good.
What? Abigail was... Is that true?
Okay, so obviously he's surprised that she's dead.
Spoken like a true murderer.
The agitation can clearly be heard in his voice. Yeah, but he's surprised. So
Also-
he can't have killed her.
1 sec. Go a smidge to the left. Beautiful.
Like, this is already enough to doubt.
Yeah, this is clearly not the behavior of somebody who was just waiting to be found out.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah!
I killed my daughter Abigail too.
Yeah!
What the fuck? I mean, yeah. Talk about a sudden confession. I'm going to assume this was a spur of the moment.
I'm admitting it. I did it. What more is there to investigate?
What are you covering up, dude? Like,
Case closed, let's go.
Dinner is on me. Let's grab a pizza and some drinks on the way home.
Doesn't sound like he doesn't want us investigating this case.
Yeah, but why?
Who cares about the weapons? It doesn't matter.
Weapons. Okay,
Well, he doesn't know it's the same murder weapon.
fair enough. Yeah.
That was a nice way of jolting him. He's obviously agitated now.
Quit fooling around and give me the death penalty.
I can imagine he wants to die now too, honestly, but I didn't click that last one. Case.
The fuck?
I just don't understand. Why doesn't he want us to investigate?
What the hell?
Okay, obviously he doesn't know anything, but why? This looks like your serial killer.
Victor Padrini discovered Abigail's body. He was questioned about what he saw.
Also, what was he doing in a warehouse?
I'm guessing Italian accent. Well,
Her body was found in a warehouse, no?
yeah. Maybe it's the warehouse of a restaurant. Maybe it's like a big one.
I doubt that. But let's see what he has to say. Usually
You
they
have trials. Not in Portland.
Not here. Once he confesses, we're done.
Yeah.
Well, when I found the body,
This is the man who first discovered the body. I'm told he's a chef.
I was up that morning fishing for the restaurant's chef's catch special.
He catches fish one at a time for his restaurant? Wouldn't a net and a boat be faster?
This has to be the kind of restaurant where the chef's catch special dish costs you like an arm and a leg because
Because he goes out to catch it.
yeah, himself. Like that's I mean, you can do that, but
I would guess.
Oh yeah, if you go out a bit, they're quite easy to catch. The market's fish aren't good enough.
This isn't helping the investigation. Get to the case.
No, for the fish to be at their freshest, they have to be killed right when they're caught.
Does this guy know what it means to be interrogated? Enough with the fish.
but isn't
We're the one asking him what he's doing.
the same thing happens in commercial fishing too? They don't bring live fish to the shore. Usually,
Well, they
from what I've seen.
pour live fish into like a crate or a thingy where they slowly suffocate. I think it's about them not suffocating. And just immediately like cutting off the head.
I guess. I don't know.
It's like how meat can get tenser if they're stressed before you kill them. It's probably something like that.
It doesn't happen to my carrots and broccoli.
I know what you mean, but
I'm a vegetarian, I don't have that problem.
I'm saying those have like impact on the meat. Maybe it's the same with fish.
I don't know.
Well, I was shocked. I never imagined I'd pull up a corpse.
Pull
up? Wasn't she found in the warehouse? Did I miss a detail here?
Yeah. What?
She wasn't found in the water, right? Finally, we're getting to the body. That was this one, right? Okay.
And even worse, it was Miss Abby Parker.
Right, just like I was told. He was acquainted with the victim beforehand. In the water.
That's right. I've known the Parkers for years.
For years? How long did he know her?
She'd come to the restaurant with her parents every now and again.
I see. The victim and her family were frequent diners.
So, even the restaurants that I've gone to with my family for... How long have you been going to that Greek place?
Since...
Like 25 years, let's say.
I've met you at least.
And as far as I recall, they've always been owned by the same people. I don't think I've ever seen the chefs. Is that a cultural difference?
Yeah, but the chefs in that place also don't go catch their own fish.
Okay, yeah, I found it.
This is a different sort of...
The restaurants I have gone to in my life, even if I'm a regular customer, I have not met the chefs.
There's plenty of restaurants where you would.
Heavens, no, they never fought. They seemed very happy, a wonderful family.
This is odd. He paints a completely different image of the family than I got from Joseph.
Heavens, last time Miss Abby came was 3 days ago.
The day before the death.
He says that Abigail was at his restaurant 3 days ago.
Abigail's trail.
Was still alive at that time.
Why do they make you leave that
But you're supposed to listen to it
system?
first.
Yeah, but then the clicking everything is annoying.
Yeah.
Last time Miss Abby came
Okay,
was
next.
3 days ago. No, her parents weren't with her at the time.
She wasn't there with family? Then who was she with?
She was there with a gentleman.
Oh!
Which
He could have also
gentleman?
gone back, I think.
No, doesn't
She
work.
was there with...
Annoying.
A man, huh? I must look into her acquaintances. Does he have a dog? Is he
Does
a dog?
He is a dog, clearly. Does he wear fur coats?
Is he a werewolf?
That's a rude thing to ask.
Yeah,
It's a bit private.
should like leave that until like the third date.
Yeah.
Okay, here, you look at this.
No, we have something with a time of death. There.
Where's the other thing? This one.
We can trace Abigail's whereabouts with these facts. Her corpse was found about 2 days since her death. The man who found her body last saw her 3 days ago. That means that when the chef saw her...
She was seen hours before death, days before death, after she died, or had been poisoned. Hours
Technically,
before.
she has been seen after she died.
That's true. That is
Like,
true.
that is not wrong.
That's true. But hours before death.
Yeah.
Spoilers, days before also is hours before, but...
Yes, it was not long before she was killed. There's a high possibility that Abigail was killed soon after she left his restaurant. It would be best to investigate the man who was seen with her the night she...
Heart attack.
My chair is trying to tell us a message as well.
Like yesterday, we were walking outside and I stepped on this little firework thing that went like poof.
Yeah, not like a big thing, but like one of those like
Those
tiny
thing-
capsules that you like smash
you
on the
smash
ground
on
and
the
then they
ground.
go poof. Yeah, that startled us good. So
Heart attack.
that was a chair. What does the
Okay.
card say now?
So you're all still investigating.
Who was she with there? Give this to little guy to find out who the acquaintance was.
No,
Or maybe not.
he's not gonna figure it out. Maybe this one, killed by the same person. No.
No.
Just a coincidence with nothing dead. These ashes are not gonna be solved yet. Wait, I'm gonna leave. And there we go.
Dr. Kimishima, could I bother you for a moment?
We were literally just talking and you told me you have nothing.
If I said no, would you leave me alone?
No. I definitely think you should hear this.
No, we're at work. I need to call you because you need to do a thing.
The little snaps. I can't use this anymore. I've got dogs they flip out, yeah.
Yeah, it's good that you don't.
I wouldn't use them around.
No. Imagine getting a heart attack from a chair. Weirder things have happened. Weirder things have happened, I'm telling you. Every time I'm sitting on a chair and it makes a weird sound I'm not expecting, or the cracking that you just heard, it hasn't done that in a while. I haven't moved as much.
That is true.
In my mind, I always remember that there is a higher than 0% chance that most of my chair disintegrates. The thing I'm sitting on falls apart and I die on stream by getting rectally impaled by the stand of a chair.
Oh my God. That would be horrible.
I don't want it to happen, but there is a non-zero chance.
Then you say I have a vivid imagination.
No, mine is messed up. I just usually don't say it out loud.
Well, HQ has made a move. The FBI has arrested a suspect for Abigail's murder.
What am I hearing? Well, that's a good question.
You're hearing currently Little Guy helping us with the investigation. His name is Naval something something or other.
This is Jack's nightmare scenario of dying.
One of the many, yes. Where's a joke about Vlad the Impaler here? Bringing back the vampire theme. Nice, nice.
Jack
I appreciate
the
that.
Impaled.
Let's not be too anal about this, come on.
I suddenly have the perfect name for this dude.
No, the star will not be called Vlad.
He's now Vlad.
No,
I'm gonna
no.
write that on the back.
That will not happen.
He shall be Vlad.
No.
And you cannot stop it.
The star is flat, made from cardboard, but it's not Vlad.
What's going on?
Who knows? Maybe they're jumping the gun. I don't know what the higher-ups are thinking. The man's name is Sean Bowen. He was Abigail's boss where she worked.
Did they have dinner together by any chance?
His wife, Carolyn Bowen, was also taken in for interrogation. They're both at HQ now.
Huh. Is there any evidence that he's the killer?
It seems that this was found at the scene where Abigail had been murdered.
What's this?
What is that?
That's a lighter.
It's an expensive lighter made in France. It's a custom order with his name engraved on it.
Sean Bowen. Well, there's no mistaking it.
That's really fancy.
But especially if they work together, it's like, can I borrow a lighter?
Also, hold your horses for a second. Turn off your microphone, please. I have charged the batteries over the Christmas holidays. Why did you take it out? All you need to do is hold the button.
Oh, I thought you wanted to
No.
take out the batteries.
I have charged all of these batteries in the last 4 days, and for some reason the ones in your receiver are empty. It doesn't make a lick of sense, and I'm sorry about that. But I need to quickly replace them.
Maybe we need to start swapping out or buying new batteries.
Yeah, I'll keep those separate. I'll check that. Should be able to reconnect now.
Cable is spinning.
You should be back.
Am I back? Test, test, test.
According to the systems, you are.
Oh, very good. But yeah, it's a lighter.
And immediately it drops to 50% battery. What the hell?
Okay. Let's just buy new batteries.
Something is fishy here. Card custom lighter has been obtained.
These were definitely charged.
We also
Yep.
showed Sean's picture to that chef. He confirmed that Sean was the man with Abigail at the restaurant the night she died.
That
I
is
know the
that is
murderer.
fishy.
I know the murderer. It's Sean. No, because to most people around the world that haven't played Trauma Team yet, including us, I guess, Sean is known by his professional name. Sean the Sheep. I mean, the spelling is different because of artistic integrity and all that, but...
What does that have to do with anything?
Animal fur?
Sheep don't have
Fur.
fur.
They
That
what?
counts as wool.
I tried, people. I tried. Sean went better than the joke I was trying to go for. Should have done that.
I mean, nice try, but no.
I see. Let me guess. Here's what the FBI thinks happened. Abigail was having an affair with her boss. The situation got complicated, so he killed her.
Bingo, Dr. Kimishima. That's exactly what HQ thinks.
Okay, but what happened to the mother?
She found out, confronted him,
Because she was his OG mistress.
and then the father was actually having an affair with the wife of the boss.
No,
so he's
he
covering.
was also having an affair with him.
This is getting so confusing.
Everybody loves Sean.
I can understand everything so far, except for the father saying it's him. That's
yeah, it
what
doesn't make
complicates all of this.
What about
sense. It makes 0 sense.
Would he take the trouble to murder the girl's mother to hide his affair?
Honestly, I don't think they're looking that far ahead. They'd rather believe this than think that Joseph committed either of the murders.
Your people should get fired.
But it's a good thing they were taken in because we need their
Good coincidence. Yeah.
we need their statement anyway. Because they were the last ones with her. Probably, as far as we know.
I see. So Joseph is defending the man who killed his own daughter?
Why would you do that?
Well,
Doesn't make
now
sense.
that you mention it, that doesn't make sense at all.
So your whole case falls apart the moment you start thinking about it. That...
All right.
But you have nothing to go on, so might as well.
The murderer just yet.
So instead of trying to convict a person that you believe has a reason to do it, you just randomly get connected people.
Well, he's not randomly connected. He was with her before her death. Which means they had to take him into custody anyway to interrogate him.
I say it's flimsy at best.
Saying that he's the murderer is wrong.
I'm sorry, you mean the murderer.
Pressing
You
A.
have to tell us what Abigail was doing on that night as well. Can you get the interrogation recordings, little guy?
I've already got them. I know my stuff.
Nice of you to stay on top of things. Send me that data ASAP.
Got it. I'll do that now.
Boss's account. Alright. Sean Bowen, Abigail's boss, he was asked about his relationship with her and his whereabouts the day she was killed. He is giving me, what's the guy who, he was in Hangover, he voices Rocket Raccoon.
I know who you mean, but I don't know his name.
He was in A Star Is Born, opposite Lady Gaga.
Can't tell you his name.
Handsome guy. Bradley Cooper. Yes, thank you. He is giving me, if you order Bradley Cooper on Wish.
This is Bradley Cooper through AI, if anything.
Yeah, yeah. Hawaii shirt, open buttons, 100%. Hey!
And he's giving the flat, stinky eye.
And
21.
he is giving 21 lines.
Alright, let's still listen to this.
Brown-haired Matt Dillon. Could be.
Can't put a face to Matt Dillon.
The cheek cleft does it for me. I'd murder
Not
for
the
this guy
Hercules
too.
chin.
That's what I'm talking about. I would murder for this person.
Is that
Yeah.
called a cheek cleft?
I think so.
Cheek.
Chin. Sorry.
Good heavens. What's going on?
No, you. I don't think he understands the situation he's in right now.
Yes.
I haven't done anything to get interrogated by people like you.
Oh, but by other people?
like us, huh? Unfortunately for you, it's not up to you to decide that.
Yes, she did work for us.
99% of the time I ever hear somebody use the phrase people like you, it's not good. It's
kind
not
of a
good.
weird thing to say.
Yeah.
It seems he remembers Abigail after all. How would he not remember? It's been 3 days since they've seen each other.
They had dinner together. Yeah.
She was a very innocent and beautiful girl. You know the type, right?
Don't really care about his taste in women. Okay. That seems like an affair thing.
I'm sure you figured it out for yourself, right?
he's about to talk about his relationship with Abigail. They had an
Drum
affair.
roll.
What we have is a relationship between two consenting adults.
How old was Abigail, by the way?
I want to say 25.
Okay. Two consenting
Older.
adults. That's an incredibly self-serving way to put it.
Why?
What we have, she's the one who asked me to meet her at the restaurant.
So, he went out to eat with Abigail.
But she got a phone call and left before the meal came.
She left before the food came, huh?
Where she went. How should I know?
So he says he doesn't know where she went after she left the restaurant. Wouldn't the chef know that they left the restaurant? Because like, hey,
Potentially.
you
I mean-
made this food, but there was no one there to eat it.
Again, it depends on like the whole like service thing. If it's a kind of place where the chef comes out of a kitchen occasionally to ask you, hey, how was the food that I made you? Then potentially yes.
A waiter would
But if
mention that.
maybe they were super busy. But even then, if a waiter knows your friends. Oh, friendly.
She said something came up, but who knows?
Ha! You can tell his pride took a big hit that night.
A bit hig.
Big.
It's my lighter. Where did you...
So this was his lighter after all.
It has his name on it. Come on.
Like, I'm just gonna get an item and put a random person's name on it and
Yeah.
carry that with me.
Yeah, just to fuck with people.
If I ever get murdered, they'll find this random item on me
Please
with
don't do
his
that.
name on it.
Also,
Like,
make
what
sure
the
to
fuck?
always carry like snippets of their hair and nail clippings and whatever with you. Totally not creepy, but
Yeah, I collect your toenails for this cause. I hide it in my socks.
listening to that was as uncomfortable as I think it was for you to say it.
That wasn't uncomfortable at all.
I applaud you, Tifa.
To the scene of the murder? A warehouse at the harbor? No.
Hey, see, it was a warehouse. But then what was that about fishing him out of the water?
Tifa's murder tip number 2. Leave a lighter with a stranger's name at the crime scene.
I'm sorry, but it's brilliant. Actually, not just a stranger's name, someone you really dislike.
Yeah, of course.
Like, at least have them go through the trouble of being like arrested, interrogated. They're not gonna get convicted, that's certain. But they will be inconvenienced by your death.
Have it engraved with the name of a person you want to fuck with, and at the back side of the item have him engraved, I did it.
Now, preferably also have like one hair or something of them.
Yeah.
And then with a little bit of glue or something sticky. Maybe
Yeah.
a piece of gum so that it seems more like, oh, it happened in
Exactly.
the pocket, and have that hair attached to it.
Yes. But
That is so
by the
brilliant.
way, if you committed the crime and you listen to this advice, always remember, you place all of these items around the crime scene yourself. And you also need to leave a receipt of you buying this item and paying for the engraving yourself. You need to leave a receipt there with it.
No one listens to your advice when it comes to these things, only to mine.
Yeah, so can you please make it a positive thing, Wanda?
Oh, he's getting anxious. I think he finally sees why he's being questioned.
Yeah, this is what I think I will feel like soon if you keep going.
I just give really good life advice
I don't
sometimes.
even carry that lighter with me.
And who does?
He doesn't carry the lighter with him? That's odd. That is odd indeed.
I keep it at home, so what would it be doing there?
I see. So if he's telling the truth, that lighter was supposed to be in his house.
Do you think it was the jealous wife?
I mean, his wife is also here.
And given that she impaled the mom,
That's so... And why... No, it doesn't make sense. There's no reason why the father would defend that.
yes.
Okay, here it comes.
So, here's the thing. Abigail had a thing with her boss, Sean. Okay? So, when the mother learned about this, the wife being angry about it, killed the daughter, then killed the mother, and she also came back to kill the dad. That's when the dad realized and told her, Sean is my son and you're also my daughter.
No.
He's covering up a ginormous incestuous relationship.
Doesn't make sense, no.
For the honor of his family.
Oh.
This is a trap. Someone's setting me up to be the killer.
Again, it's your wife probably.
Doesn't make sense.
And nothing makes sense here.
That's true. I don't know about that though. That might be what HQ has up their sleeve there.
HQ?
HQ.
That lighter's a custom-made, expensive piece.
Didn't seem that expensive to me.
It looked like solid gold.
I keep it carefully locked in a showcase at home.
Then what was it doing at the crime scene? That's the question.
Yeah, somebody
isn't
listened to Tifa's tip before she said it.
It's in my living room at my house.
The living room, huh? What else do you have to tell us? I have a bathroom.
And a
bedroom.
And a house.
Also a kitchen.
Showcase? The only keys to the case belong to me and...
Me and... Who? Who else has a key?
Yeah, what?
His wife.
Me and... Oh, don't tell me.
Seriously? This is where you would end an interrogation?
Why did his testimony end there?
Oh, that's when his lawyer arrived.
And they took measures so he wouldn't say anything self-incriminating, I take it. That's all right, though. I learned something important that I hadn't been expecting.
Huh. You got some useful information from that recording?
Have you listened to it yourself?
You weren't paying attention. If that man is telling the truth, then Abigail's cell phone has an important clue. That is...
And that.
Text messages.
Record of calls made, record of calls received, or cell phone charges. Calls received. But regardless, we also know that only people with access to his home could have taken the lighter.
If what he's saying is correct, yeah.
If he's innocent, then it must be clear to him that the other person's the real culprit. Yeah. Or at least involved to some degree.
It has to be his wife.
Yeah.
Who else would you give a key if not your wife?
Oh, that's also really kind of cliche. Because the murderer is wearing fur. She's the wife of his rich asshole.
That's a hurtful stereotype.
They're perpetuating it. I'm just commenting on it.
Upon receiving a call from someone, she abruptly left the restaurant and was killed.
The one with the other key was her father.
So her father is his wife.
We don't know if the wife has
This is some
the key.
telenovela shit.
We don't know that the wife has the key. He didn't say.
Yeah. He is their housekeeper.
That call came from the murderer.
I see.
Even if the caller isn't the killer, we can identify who called her.
Gotcha. I'll make sure they hurry up and analyze the cell phone.
Couldn't you just go to the phone provider?
We also need evidence to back his testimony up as well.
You're not just allowed to ask for that information.
I think you are in these cases.
No, you need...
A
You
court
still
order?
need an order.
Okay, I found the phone of a dead person and I have proof that they received a call shortly before. Here. Court. Tell me I can get this.
Doesn't go that fast.
Fair enough.
That's true. What can we do about that?
It shouldn't be difficult to get a witness to verify his testimony.
A witness? But who?
The chef.
Think about it. It would have to be.
The chef, the suspect, the victim, the other victim. I think the victim can. We can just call her with her death phone.
Let's call Abigail to the witness stand. Please, game.
Let's get the chef in there again.
Alright. I did remember seeing Sean and Abigail at the restaurant that night. You think he might have more to say about how they were acting then?
Yes. Can you go talk to that chef one more time?
No problem. I'll ask him for more details about that night.
There's also that lighter to consider. It's most likely that it was removed from Bowen's house by...
The wife,
The
the
suspect.
suspect, the victim, the chef.
Maybe Victor is the wife.
Well, at the moment, the victim seems to make sense because she's the one that had it.
Oh, you think they did the hanky-panky at his place?
That could be.
It's the wife. It's the wife. We're gonna go with the jealous wife.
We
did
have
a
no
number on the side
information that the wife
It's the
did
wife.
that. The victim. Oh, okay, the wife. That makes no sense. We have no... You know what?
According to his statement, the lighter was supposed to be in his home.
Who says the side chick doesn't have keys to the house?
The knife wife? Ooh. Potentially,
That's what she
yes.
used.
The only person besides him who would have been in a position to take it would be his wife, Carolyn.
What are you doing with a cursor?
Oh, I'm finishing the...
Yes, it's throwing me off.
I'm making shapes in the text
Look,
box.
look, how nice. I feel like a cat with a laser pointer, like,
You may learn something from it.
stop jiggling. These streams are made for all of you and your cats. You can both enjoy them at the same time for different reasons, but you can both enjoy them together.
Just put on like an iPad and put the cat in front of it.
Happy Wednesday to all of you human viewers and watchers, and a happy pss, 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 pss to all of your cats.
So, where were we?
I see. You'll need the recordings from Carolyn's questioning as well. I'll send it over right now, so please use the recorder to listen.
I'm having it straight now.
Thank you.
Yes, make sure I get those. I'm counting on you, little guy.
Boss's wife's account. There you go.
Well, that's for Friday, I suppose.
What? Talk to her. Do a thing.
What? We're gonna do that on Friday?
God. I need answers. I cannot sleep otherwise.
You're not gonna get answers. Do you know how long this Kate will be?
Carolyn Bowen, 35.
Oh,
Wife
it
of
can't.
Sean.
It can't be her.
She was. Why not?
She's pretty. We already know that pretty people do not commit murder or any other type of crime.
Yes, I am human. I've definitely not been summoned by the pss, 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 pss. Whatever works.
Where?
We don't pss, 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 shame him. She was asked about her actions the day of Abigail's murder. Also very smart, they did not give her a fur coat in the picture.
Hey, what's this all about? Why are you keeping me here?
She doesn't sound happy. That's pretty normal.
What could I possibly have to do with you?
Oh, she sounds so annoying. Nothing stands out. Let's keep listening.
And her bitchiness does.
Huh? I was home all day on that day. So what?
Alright, now some information about the case. I wonder if she really was home all day.
Huh?
Even if I went to the supermarket,
Lighter at the murder scene?
I would say I was home all day. It seems she knows about the lighter.
How could you not?
If it's in a case in the living room.
So, I wonder why.
Is that so?
She's definitely getting worked up a bit. Why is she mumbling?
She looks like somebody who mumbles.
So, is he a suspect now? I don't know anything about it.
She seems pretty calm for someone whose husband just became a suspect. She sounds like she's gonna complain about poor people.
And she's gonna use the phrase, you people. And she's gonna point at them. You people.
Honestly, you have done that too on stream. I think there's a clip.
Yeah, but I was justified. I was 100% justified.
Can I just go home now?
Don't worry, you'll be out of here in no time. Just as soon as we get to the bottom of this case.
I don't want to deal with a murder investigation.
Sometimes I feel the exact same way, lady.
That was very insightful.
Well, we know she was home the entire day.
Emotional. Is she unstable?
I'm sorry. If the police came to me and wanted to talk to me about Tifa being somehow connected to a murder case,
You'd be like, I'm not surprised.
despite all the things she has said today on stream, me fully knowing that those were all just said for comedic purposes, I would freak the fuck out. I would freak out.
It doesn't take much to have you freak out, though.
Yeah, but also, like, there's police, there's repercussions. What if I say the wrong thing because I'm dumb? What if I flub my words? What if I stumble? What if the fact that I'm getting agitated and
But she
unstable?
didn't sound nervous. She was just annoyed.
Yeah, because she sounds like she's gonna complain about poor people.
That's just normal, Dr. Kimishima.
Yeah.
You're a little too calm.
Agreed.
Well, I have my moments too. Sometimes.
Anyway, Carolyn's insisting that she was home the entire time.
Is there any way to prove that?
No, there aren't any witnesses. She says she was alone the entire time.
They don't have security cameras?
Did she know that Sean and Abigail were together that night?
No, we told her that her husband is a suspect in a murder investigation. She shouldn't know that Sean was involved with Abigail. We're trying to keep the details under wraps.
This seems like the perfect thing to make her lose her cool and potentially reveal something.
No, you want her to... If she knows, you want her to slip up herself.
Fair enough.
I see. If that's the case, then she knows too much.
Huh? What do you mean?
Let's listen to her testimony one more time. Pay attention.
The topic peculiar statement has been added. Okay.
Hey, what?
It's not this one.
Huh?
This one. I was home all day.
Found his lighter at the murder scene. So, is he a...
You skip on.
I don't give a
Go back
rat's
to
ass
5.
about that cheating bat.
Oh.
That bit at the end. Why did she call him a cheating...
She did not say that.
100%.
That was not
she
in the...
said something different
That
earlier,
was not in the
right?
previous one.
Because I'm pretty sure I went through all 9 lines, and that wasn't one of them.
This is 7. You did not skip all of that. But okay, sure.
Maybe he's cheated on her before? He looks like a player. I mean...
That could be a possibility. But what if there was another reason?
Like what?
Well, for example...
Probably the probable reason why Sean's wife Caroline called him a cheating bastard is she heard why he was arrested, saw him with Abigail, had woman's intuition, was told by a neighbor.
Saw him with Abigail, so she left the house and is lying about staying home.
Yeah. I like this one. I don't think that's admissible in court. A woman who knew too much.
Yes. What if she had seen Sean and Abigail together?
That would explain her hostility.
If that's the case, then she did witness what happened to the victim that night. This might lead us to something even more important.
She probably is the killer.
Let's quickly put this together. So, she must have known that he was having an affair.
What's the custom lighter saying?
Who would drop a lighter with their name? Okay,
That
we
doesn't
can't go
match.
all the way there yet. Oh! The document, maybe. No.
Document.
Well, the mysterious ashes.
You don't know if that's a document or anything.
I think it's a document.
It's nothing
It was
that has to do
definitely
with
not
it.
human hair, right? It was fur.
It was fur, yeah.
That's
So it's not hers.
pretty much the only thing that's been confirmed yet. It's all being analyzed still. My god.
Yep.
Hurry up. Killed by the same person? No. That's a stretch.
Give the lighter to little guy.
Hey, little guy, I need something analyzed.
Can he finish an investigation first?
Sure. Is it the lighter that was found at the murder scene?
No, from a fur coat like rich people usually have.
We don't know yet, but it is kind of implied that the person was wearing a fur coat, yeah.
Yes.
Yes, I just need you to find any fingerprints on it.
Fingerprints. Just a second. There seem to be a lot of them.
I would expect all 3 of them to have their fingerprints on this. He probably smoked with that thing while she was around. I wouldn't be shocked if she gave it to him putting her fingerprints on her. And I would expect the wife's fingerprints on them too.
I'm not sure if he would really use it to smoke.
Oh, wait.
It's in a case.
They're all the same set of prints, repeated over and over.
Can we find out whose they are?
Let's see. These are Carolyn Bowen's.
Bingo. So the one who left this lighter at the scene was...
Abigail, Caroline,
Abigail, Sean,
or
Alma.
Must be Alma.
Right. Sean's wife, Carolyn, left the lighter at the murder scene.
So the trick is to have somebody you want to incriminate touch an item and then you wear gloves when you put it there.
I saw that in the show yesterday, actually.
Are those shows that you're watching freely available, or do
Yeah, it
you?
was a Korean drama.
Okay.
Like, she wanted his fingerprint to check something, so she threw it back at him, he caught it, dropped it, and then she had the fingerprint.
Killing. Her interrogation suggests that she saw her husband together with the victim. Does this mean that Carolyn is behind both the murders in this investigation?
It's not implausible.
Caroline's the culprit.
We can't say for sure.
True. Even if she had a reason for killing Abigail, she had no motive for Alma's murder. But she may be able to provide us with information regarding Abigail's murder. I need a little more information from her. That's the little guy's job.
Ding. Suspect.
Now you give the card to him.
Dr. Kimishima, what's this?
This is Caroline Bowen.
It wasn't Sean who left the lighter at Abigail's murder scene. It was Carolyn. That makes her our most probable suspect now.
Really? I wonder what HQ's going to think when they hear this.
Probably that we're morons. But should have checked more first.
I don't care. I'm not interested in your office politics.
I know that. So, what do you think? Honestly.
I find it most likely that she's not the killer. Still, she may have witnessed something. If she finds herself our main suspect, perhaps that will loosen her tongue a bit.
I see. I'll use this info when I speak to her then.
You're going to talk to her yourself? That's odd.
It takes a liar to catch a liar. I'm good at this.
It has nothing to do with the fact that she's pretty.
And rich.
Totally do not want to talk to her myself.
He only wishes to confirm or falsify whether it is true that people of a certain level of attractiveness can or cannot commit crimes.
We've all got secrets, don't we? I'll be counting on you.
So with all the other ones, they're obviously not lying.
No,
But
they're not hot.
she's lying.
They were not hot enough for him.
Right. Oh, by the way, Abigail's cell phone has been repaired.
Great. Were the records of received calls intact?
She did receive a call during the time we believe she was at the restaurant. However, we've traced the call to a nearby payphone.
So it was Caroline.
Oh,
That's so 90s.
I wonder if this information will lead us anywhere.
See, a murder like this couldn't happen nowadays, because when was the last time anybody saw a payphone?
You still have them standing at places, but I don't think they're still active.
I don't think so.
Never checked.
We're going to ask around the area if there were any witnesses near the phone, but we don't expect much. Still, there's no doubt that that was the last call made to her cell phone.
I see. So there's a good chance that call came from the murderer after all. Abigail was called out from a public phone, and then she was killed.
We'll continue looking into the deal with the payphone. Oh, we spoke to the chef again, too. Check out the recorder when you have time.
All right, I'll listen to it later.
Abigail's phone has become payphone call. New details have been added to the cook's account. Well, that is a matter for Friday. I don't think, Tifa, that we're going to beat this game this year.
No, because Friday is our last stream this year, no?
That is true.
Yeah. Then we have another short holiday break before we continue on what I think is the 2nd of
Because
January.
once again, this year, unfortunately, all the holidays fall on... No! Fall on the days when we're streaming, I'm sorry. Here, wait, I have something to make you feel better. There. How do you feel about your emotions now, Honest Psycho?
I'm just saying, that's a handsome flat. See? He wouldn't mind impaling you. I'm gonna impale you.
You're a star. You're a star.
No, you.
And you're a star. And you're a star too. And Tifa, you are a star as well.
No,
You are my star of stars.
you are a diamond that shines as bright as flat.
Shine bright like a star. I think is how the song went.
Yeah, I think I missed that one up.
Ah, Ranger sells the true cobalt.
Oh,
Nothing can be done about this. What a shame.
I see through the lies
Of a Jedi.
No, you don't.
Clearly you don't.
But yeah.
There are no kobolds in Ba Sing Se.
I think this case will still require a bit more time. It's very straightforward actually so far. Except for the father.
I like that after all the emotional duress I had been put under in the previous case, this one is a bit more cut and dry.
I kind of feel like the cases should have been turned around. The other one was like a final case.
Well, let's see what still happens.
I mean, that is true. This could still be heart-wrenching.
Yeah, just waiting on the genocide jail camp here. I don't think it's gonna happen.
That could be the ending.
Yeah, that is.
Like, you never know. It could be the end.
That is true.
It could be the end. But yeah, we're gonna hopefully find out a bit more on Friday.
If we don't find anything out on Friday, that means we're really, really bad at this game.
Why?
Because even if we do one thing, we should learn more.
I mean, yeah, okay.
Yes.
That is true. We also have no one to raid, unfortunately, so it's just gonna be another night.
Yes, it's another night. That happens every day.
How long have you been playing this one? We're at like 22 hours now?
This should be now 23 hours playtime.
Yeah,
in total for the whole game, not just this case. This case, I want to say, well, only today.
Well, we started it today, so
yeah,
like
2.5 hours.
2.5 hours, yeah.
Yeah.
So that's not too bad, I want to say.
Yeah.
I think the previous case we did 2 or 3 streams.
2. I'm gonna say 2.
Then we might actually be able to finish this case on Friday. That would be nice if we can do that.
I hope that the last one for her before finale, which is gonna be mind-bendingly horrible probably, is just something easy, like helping the cat. Helping, not killing.
It could, but I doubt that.
Avenging its death.
It's no Danganronpa, but I'll allow it. It's
Thank you.
Not even close, unfortunately. No. Well, unfortunately, it's a good game by itself.
We don't know what the finale is gonna be.
That is true. I'm really looking forward to that.
I'm looking forward to getting all the other gameplay mechanics back in.
Yeah, maybe not all of them, but like some.
I can tell you though, because...
But it's gonna happen.
We specifically picked Trauma Team because I read that this has co-op, so we got this one. This is the only game in the series, apparently, that has all of the different gameplay mechanics. They specifically made this one to branch out the gameplay because they felt that only the surgery stuffs would get stale after a while. So all the stuff we enjoy the most is in all the other games that we've skipped.
But yeah, the question is, would you still enjoy that after 20 hours?
I would.
That's the thing, I guess.
I think I would.
Does it feel detective-y or more dialogue choices?
Both.
It's a bit of both, yeah.
Depends on how they're gonna play it.
But it is on a straightforward line.
Yes. The diagnostics part is kind of detective-y. Needing to check numbers and charts and trying to find out what ails a person. And then confirming it.
Yeah, it's a bit less in this one.
Yeah. I think so too.
But I still prefer this one over the other one. The other one just felt...
What is the other one?
The one with Cunningham, the diagnostics. Because that felt like it was like stretching it out for some reason. It felt too long.
Yeah, a little bit.
I don't feel like here it's too long.
It's a consequence of guessing wrong or just trying to figure it out. If you get it wrong too many times, you gotta start over from the beginning.
But there's not really a consequence. You just get a bit of a heart off and that's it. And then you get to choose again.
You get a bit of a heart off?
Your heart or your health depletes a little bit. But
and if you exhaust all of your attempts, you have to start over from the beginning.
Though. That's a lot of attempts. That's barely a consequence if you pick wrong. You go like all drama in it immediately.
Yes.
We haven't even reached that yet.
Because I stopped you.
No, I stopped you, regardless. Not really a consequence.
It's surprisingly different case by case. Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
I do like that. I appreciate that.
Being that the goal was to make a very different and diverse game in terms of like all the different things we want to cover, they really managed that.
I was even talking about our AI overlord with Jack today.
Ha 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 ha.
Ha 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 ha. My boyfriend's fingers move so fast. He pressed the wrong button
during the stream, but it's okay. We're still a team. Hey, oh.
Yeah, that was slightly painful.
Jack's slip-ups have got to go. Hey.
Time to feed Eli. Give him some hugs.
Do it.
Give him an extra snack from me. Nothing wrong with snacks.
Exactly. From me as well. Give him all the snacks.
And have some awesome more time with your family.
Yes, please. And Madden,
And Madden. That's also part of the family by now.
I guess. That makes sense.
And we will hopefully see the rest of you all on Friday.
That sounds good. Let's do this.
Press the button. What
Thank
day
you,
is Friday?
everybody. What?
29th.
Friday's Friday. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out with us. We're back on Friday. Hopefully, something's good. See you then. Bye.
Bye.